of that which is known to man. It is a dimension vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call
the Waffle Zone. All of you have just entered the Waffle Zone.
4, 3, 2.
Good evening, everybody. You have entered the Waffle Zone. First off, a big thank you again to Billy Von Baum of BillyVonBaum.com for that excellent intro. You are a gentleman and a scholar, good sir. My apologies for missing the stream on Monday. That's what happens when you eat dinner and lay down and get a little too comfortable. I fell asleep. My apologies. Hopefully this makes up for it. But the title is misleading. Yes, it is. But I'm just saying YouTube may or may not be up to their shenanigans of unsubscribing people without your knowledge. So if you have been subscribed here, please be sure to double check, make sure that you still are subscribed, that you have the bell clicked so that you're notified whenever I go live, whenever I post up a video. Videos go up. What time is 3 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. So 5 Eastern is when I will get my videos posted up. Anyways, we're going to go over a little bit of Twitter today. Have some fun there. Yeah. But then we'll just kill it off with some memes. So please do send in your memes. Please join in the panel today if you would like to. The link for StreamYard is pinned at the top of the chat. Anyways, I have a couple gentlemen here. Everybody should know them by now. We have the official, unofficial co-host of Waffle World. We have MGTOW Mando.
Sukoyan.
And do I really want to bring this guy on? I don't know. I guess I'll bring him on. We got Jackal in the house.
What's up, motherfuckers?
The funny thing is, that sounds like what my voice would sound like in that picture, man. That picture.
It also sounds like a very good approximation of the current Pennsylvania senator.
Who may or may not be still sucking air, allegedly. But
it's alive.
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure? Yeah. I need to get I need to get the John Cena clip of him poking his head through. Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that? I can do that for you. I can make a quick graphic about it.
Oh, I was saying I could do the video. I can pull that off YouTube, splice it, and rearrange it, hack it up, and make it my own thing. But the first story I wanted to cover today, if you did watch my video that I dropped today, it was about the heartbeat bill going on here in Nebraska. Well, let's just say we have another piece of legislation that doesn't need to be done because parents need to leave their kids alone. But we have this one from the Omaha World Herald. Halfway through debate on a bill that would ban gender-altering care. That's a funny way of saying child mutilation for individuals under 19. One Nebraska lawmaker shared how the legislation would directly impact her family. And this lovely specimen, I'm trying to be nice here, is Megan Hunt, senator out of Omaha, which is not a very nice town. I've only been there once. I don't see myself going back ever again.
Can we send her to Omaha Beach, particularly at a certain June day?
Yeah, somewhere around in there. Yeah. If anybody's got a time machine, can you get on that, huh? Please.
Sorry, my temporal mechanics device is kind of out of flux at the moment.
You're going to have to wait until 2026 for me to get that done.
Get on it, man.
I'm sorry, my flux capacitor blew out and I didn't bring a spare with me.
Damn it.
But yeah, I guess we'll read a little bit of what this article actually says, just to give some context about why I believe it is wrong to completely mutilate a child using surgery and drugs. But apparently, according to one person, that's not happening in the U.S. Sure. Yeah. Nebraska's debate on trans healthcare, child mutilation, gets personal for one lawmaker. And isn't she just a peach? Scrolling past.
I think I've seen peaches that aren't as hairy as her.
Yeah. So halfway through debate on a bill that would ban gender-altering care, again, child mutilation, for individuals under 19, one Nebraska lawmaker told how the legislation would impact her family. State Senator Megan Hunt of Omaha, a vocal opponent of Legislative Bill 574, shared that her 12-year-old son is transgender.
Failure of parenting.
I'm going to read that again.
Did I say that out loud?
I'm going to read that again. Vocal opponent of Legislative Bill 574 shared that her 12-year-old son is transgender. So she has a daughter, and she wants her to be a him and completely mutilate that child's body with surgeries and hormones. Because, yes, hormones do mutilate your body.
Wait, Jimmy.
Try to argue with that.
Wouldn't this be an instance where an individual within a position of influence and power is trying to make decisions that would directly affect them and benefit someone that they may or may not know? Oh.
You do? Yeah. Okay, hang on. Jackal, you know that doesn't happen in the halls of government. Anyone saying that's just crazy.
It happened here. It's not like the people that lived back during the days of the Cold War that said, oh, they're already here amongst us. We can't let this happen. It's not like they were right.
Right.
No, they're just a bunch of crazy old foods. Come on.
Yeah. Her daughter, yes, I'm going to say her daughter because that is who that person is. Her daughter testified against the bill. So we're going to let a 12-year-old not only decide their own gender because of failed parenting and public manipulation of the leftoid dumbfuck retards. We're going to let a 12-year-old tell grown adults how to make laws now? Is that how this is working?
Well, they allegedly did it in Europe.
hang on, Jimmy. I want to bring something up to your attention and everyone else's attention. Allegedly, there's a sort of precedent for this kind of nonsense occurring. Do you know why we can't have plastic straws anymore?
Because the turtles, man. The turtles, they're choking on the
Do you know the full
straws.
story behind this?
No, I do not.
Okay, pour yourself a stiff drink. You're going to want it.
I don't have a
Oh,
stick.
jeez. Oh, jeez. Am I going to have to go get my Jameson that I have to
Oh,
drink
you might
on
want your
St. Patty's
gunpowder
Day?
for this one.
I don't have any gunpowder, man. I'd have to go for a booze run. I don't want to leave you
Okay,
guys.
well, I'm going to go ahead and go live with this, and feel free in the chat to fact check me on this. Because this is old information, and my memory is garbage. Not quite Biden level garbage, but garbage. Allegedly, we can't have plastic straws now because some 12-year-old student said to her parent that she didn't like the fact that these straws were ending up in the ocean and poking porpoises in the eye.
Oh my lord.
Do you see it? This is my I care face. Okay, I'm done.
If I had a camera on, which, well, I do, but I've got it turned off, you would see a very similar face.
Yeah, but going back to this article here, her daughter testified against the bill at its hearing last month, arguing that the restrictions threaten an already vulnerable population. You know who made you vulnerable? Mommy Dearest. This bill is such an affront to me personally, Hunt said Wednesday. Lawmakers have been debating LB 574 on the floor for the past 2 days. A vote is expected Thursday, tomorrow, when the bill would need 33 votes to advance to the second round. The legislation has spurred strong reactions in both support and opposition since it was first introduced by Senator Kathleen Koth of Omaha, with Hunt one of the loudest critics. Hunt hadn't mentioned her daughter in her arguments against the bill until Wednesday, that'd be today, and said she hadn't been planning on mentioning her. She feared the hateful rhetoric expressed by several of LB 574 supporters would lead to her being accused of grooming her daughter to be trans, as she is a bisexual woman herself.
It's not like we've already seen an instance of this before.
No, that never happens.
No, that's fake news.
However, Hunt said her mind changed while listening to the arguments in support of the bill, saying that most of it was inaccurate and that it shows that supporters are uninformed. Uninformed that minor daughters and girls are getting double mastectomies, or getting their healthy bodies completely mutilated. Their top surgery, turning them into zipper tits. That kind of misinformation. Because no, that never happens in the U.S. Actually,
no,
yeah,
it can't happen here.
It does. You just don't.
And it's not like people who bring up the negative aspects of all of this get accused of medical misinformation, hate speech, and all sorts of other nonsensical nonsense just because of the fact that we're speaking truth, logic, facts, and reason.
People don't know that it's happening here in the U.S. is because the people that bring up those stories are silenced, censored, kicked off of social media, and everything that they have proven with facts and all of the receipts gets completely scrubbed from the internet. But it's happening.
Wow.
It's happening. Don't fucking kid yourself, assholes. I told myself I wasn't going to get spun up, but I'm getting spun up.
Why don't we switch to something a little lighter?
You need to tell them to stop playing around with kids' assholes.
Anyways, but on to the Twitter side of this, which it'll help calm me down because the people are just.
I need some of my foo-foo drink just to calm me down.
These people are batshit insane. Of course, here we have the Omaha World Herald with the article here. And here's my response. She is more than welcome to resign and move to a state that is proud to mutilate children with drugs and surgeries. Nebraska would be a lot happier if she did that. Seems like that was pretty nice.
That seems
really nice
reasonable.
and reasonable.
That seems reasonable.
Because no one is stopping you. No one is holding you prisoner in anywhere. You are free to pick up and leave wherever your heart contents. Go find that place. Go live. Be free. I don't care what you do. Just don't fucking bring that shit around here. Anyways, we had this person. We had a little Miss Daisy with a microscope, some kind of symbol like that. She is a Christian, not the far right cult. Oh, heaven forbids. She responds with silence. I noticed you're not even from Nebraska. Be off with you. Ooh. Dost those words from my mouth disrespecteth you? If they do, good. So here is a picture of the Scottsbluff National Monument. I don't care if I just doxed myself. That's the city I live in. That's the monument that was named after. Oh, fuck. I can't remember the guy's name, but he was a trapper, pioneer. He unfortunately perished at the foot of this butte, is what we call him around here. So that's why it is called Scottsbluff. So, yeah, okay, right. Yeah, sure. I literally am from Nebraska. I've lived here my entire life.
I just love how they will make assumptions that they are the best suited to comment on such things and assume that anyone who opposes them is not.
Yeah. So.
And expect you to be silent.
Yeah.
Expect that they don't do their check work.
Here we go. So.
Hey, Jimmy.
This one right here. Yeah.
Kind of changing the subject, kind of staying on topic. Yeah, apparently you did lose at least 2 subscribers. I just looked at your YouTube channel count.
Yeah,
that's
down to 98.
That's why the title is 100 subscribers, kind of. So, yeah, again, I'm not sure if YouTube is pulling their shenanigans and purging bot subscribers or anything. So, if you do happen to find out that you are unsubscribed, please do subscribe again, ring the bell. Hopefully that'll somewhat keep you going here. You know, maybe we'll have another 100 subscriber stream. But back to the replies. This person, Chaos Pilot, who is apparently looking for Loki. All right. Have fun with that. He's trapped in a wooden mask. But they come back to say, and a lot poorer. You're high if you think her family's the only one. I don't do drugs. I drink. I'm not an alcoholic, and I don't have a drinking problem. I have problems, therefore I drink. Big difference. And then they go on to say, a lot of us will leave, and all younger, smart people with all those tax dollars will go also stay away. This is the part of the comment where I almost, evil Shaggy almost came out. If you're not careful, Nebraska will look like Mississippi. What's the main demographic of Mississippi? Anyone in the chat? Anyone? Mando, Jackal, do you know the main demographic?
I cannot answer that one off the top of my head.
Well, let's just say, I'm just going to go out right and say it. Mississippi is predominantly black. So Chaos Pilot, I know you're not going to fight. You're not going to watch this, but what do you mean by that? Do you think all black people in Mississippi are poor and all this other stuff? What are you trying to say? You'd be a little racist.
Like the people that are calling us out are actually the racists themselves.
It's almost like that is doing. It almost like is that.
It's funny, the people that call us the worst possible things, they're actually what they call us. It's like a mirror effect.
Yeah.
Anybody have that meme of that Spider-Man pointing to another Spider-Man?
Yeah. It's
There's
like,
a
yeah,
meme.
no. Yeah. But I've responded with please do leave. Nebraska values do not align with child abuse and mutilation. Because if you say to your, in Megan Kahn's case, your 12-year-old daughter is not a boy. A 12-year-old boy cannot become a girl. That is a scientific fact. It doesn't matter what you inject inside your body, what you inject inside your brain pan, or what you decide to cut off and reattach to your body. You will never be able to change your sex. Two sexes.
Oh,
Male,
okay.
female.
Let's not say never, because there might be some point in the future where we do get skilled enough with gene therapy where it could be a biological possibility.
And I hope I am long dead when that happens, because if it does happen, oh my God, I will. If they think I'm mean on the internet now, oh boy.
I hope I'll be dead by that time too.
Well,
I
I have a
hope.
feeling all of us will be, because in order
Yeah.
for gene therapy like that to work, we're probably about 200 to 300 years away from it. Obviously, I'm not Crusader Nate. I've not done a massive amount of research on these things, so I couldn't tell you with excessive scientific facts.
You can do Warhammer 40K research and see how long it took them to get that done. I mean, how
Oh,
else do you think
jeez.
they got their Space Marines?
Well, difference is they're not turning a dude into a chick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just turning a dude into a beast,
Hulk,
into a Hulk,
Yeah.
yeah, with what, 2 hearts, 3 lungs.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but this next person, I'm not sure if they're a troll or whatever, but their name is Soros paid me to 5 times vax and wear a mask. They are pro LGBTQ, pro choice, pro gun control, climate change is real. No, it's not. Pro BLM 2022 was fair/legal. Legalize it. I don't know what you mean by that. Could be the wacky tobacco, aka the jazz cabbage, or you can be
The devil's
about
lettuce.
this subject. Yeah. He also says, I buy banned books. Pro Ukraine, I stand with Fauci. And they go on to say, this is 2023, not 1953 or even 1853. Being a regressive state is not a good thing. Regressive? Hold that thought. And this is not California, as I reply, where child mutilation is welcomed. Move there. No one is stopping you. Again, I am being very polite and saying, you don't like the laws where you live, you're
Move.
free to move.
You know,
Anywhere.
that's something very much like what I told my sister after the Texas ice storm a couple years back.
Oh
When
yeah,
she-
the
she-
one where people got all pissy because Ted Cruz went to Cancun. It's like, yeah, I forgot the part where Ted Cruz controls the fucking weather.
Yeah.
Well, no, that particular storm, but I remember I was on a call with her because I actually call my relatives to make sure they're okay when there's something crazy that happens. Yeah, I know it's crazy in 2023 with Twitter and email and all that other fun stuff, but details. I gave her a call, and the entire call, it was basically Abbott this, Abbott that, blah blah blah. Man's basically Hitler. And I remember just sitting there doing kind of like what you see Pop doing a lot of times. Okay.
Your eye care
So,
face.
you and your husband are good? Cool. I'll give you a buzz later. I'm going to get out of your hair so you don't have to worry about your phone dying.
Right?
Oh, I am glad that I don't have to do that.
Yeah, me too. That's
Well, technically, I don't have to do that. I just choose to do that because family is important to me.
obligations, man.
Yeah, pretty much. It's the only reason I haven't become a passport bro.
Yeah.
Well, most of the people around me are dead, so I don't have to deal with it.
Yeah. But going back to Mr. Or Ms., because God forbid I misgender somebody in 2023 because this isn't 1853. Goddamn it. They go on to reply, a beautiful forward-thinking state that wants to progress into the future, not regress into the fearful, hateful, ignorant past like Nebraska. Okay. Full screen here. I'm going to look into the camera. California does have some beautiful spots in it. It does have some really beautiful places. It's also got an app for San Francisco for you to keep track of where people are shitting in the street. You have to look out for used needles in the street. You have crime rampant in there. You have a governor who is a and I'm going to be regretful for making that face because Jackal is an evil bastard and I know he's going to clip something. I knew it. I just happened to look over. I was like, shit. Oh, well, I'll laugh at it. You have in California the most EPA restrictions on the stupidest shit. Perfect point. I bought a water filtration system from mypatriotsupply.com for some emergency food and whatnot. They had a deal. You get a free $250 filtration system. I shit you not. On the box for the water filter itself, that is supposed to filter out 99.9999% of contaminants, it said, warning, products in this or ingredients in this product may cause cancer in the state of California.
Okay.
Let me say that again. In a water purifier that is supposed to take out 99.9999 contaminants may give you cancer, but only in California.
Okay.
Are you sure it's not the state itself or the people within the state that are going to cause you cancer, not the ingredients?
Oh, no, I can actually tell you why that's there. It's a law that California wrote years ago that, ironically enough, it actually has good intentions, but its execution is so bad that you more or less have to have that label on everything. It's Proposition 65. And the whole idea behind this is warning people when something might have some kind of major contamination in your groundwater and that might pose a risk of cancer. For certain things like asbestos and leaded products, it makes perfect sense. Jimmy, pick up just any one random electronic item that you can hold in your hand and put that in front of the camera.
Simple. I have my phone.
Okay, put it on the screen. And there is a point behind why I'm doing this, trust me.
Okay.
You still got me on screen.
Oh, my bad.
Bring it up.
There we go. Here.
Okay.
Bring that back. All right.
Go ahead. Now, what are the primary ingredients that go into your phone's electronic components?
I'm no electronic expert, but I'm guessing aluminum, copper, gold, silver for contacts, cobalt, lithium for the batteries. Of course, some kind of plastic.
Would you say there's
glass.
probably a little bit of brass in those connectors?
More than likely, yeah, probably.
Okay.
Safe bet.
If it's brass 36,000 under the UNS thing, it can have up to 0.4% lead in it. That small amount is enough to be triggered by California Prop 65.
Oh, God.
Now, here's where this law went from good intentions to what were they smoking. It's not enforced necessarily by the state government. Let's say, hypothetically, you have some jackass, like, Jackal, I'm going to pick on you here because you like to be kind of cruel. You have some jackass attorney who works with a lab. And you don't like a company that just recently opened up because they take a strong stance against some cause you think is important. You get a hold of one of their products and you take it apart and have your lab analyze it. And you find it has lead. You can then report that to the state of California, and the attorneys will more or less have or play whack-a-mole trying to figure out what the fine is going to be that you're going to pay.
And
So
more than
it's gotten to
likely,
the point where it's safer that if there's anything that is even remotely environmentally dangerous, it's reported in the state of California.
yeah, but
You
California,
don't want to know some of the stupid stuff that my company has to report, that it's reported only because it's got trace amounts.
I can imagine. Because I'm just gonna say, California, you're not firing on all cylinders. I mean, yes, I do know the farmlands and like the eastern side to that whole section. That's usually pretty nice. There's a couple counties in LA, and I say a couple counties in LA that are okay. Eh. But yeah, San Francisco, LA, basically all of the major cities, y'all are shitholes. That's all I'm going to say about that. But I do see something very actually important in the chat from Sunflowers. She says, "Why not let people be the person they are meant to be and move on? I see no value in American society to make it difficult on purpose for anyone that associates with the LGBTQ plus community." I will agree. I will agree with that statement. People should be allowed to be whoever they want. The thing is, this Rainbow Mafia group with the little plus, and the plus stands for pedo, by the way, in my opinion. They are actually forcing their way of life onto us, all of the straight people that just want to say, "Hey, that's fine, you do you." Like when it comes to like the drag queen shows and all that, have at it, yas queen, yas. Even though you're a 350-pound fat dude with a beard dancing around in a dress, whatever.
Ugh.
If that gets your jollies off, fine, go ahead. The second that they started doing that in front of children and started promoting this into children, that is where they cross the line. When they say, "Oh, my baby's gay. My 6-month-old baby is, transgender because it crawled towards the blue square, but it's a girl, but she, and vice versa." That's where I'm kind of at. It's the adult thinking mentality of the whole Rainbow Mafia and whatnot. They're forcing it onto the children that is entirely screwing up these children, and it's not good. But yeah, I'm the bad guy saying, "Hey, leave the children alone. Let them figure that out themselves when they're old enough, when they become an adult. Let them make those life-altering changes." But as soon as, you start pushing a little bit, first it was like, "Oh, well, 17, and 16, now 12, and 6-year-olds and 5-year-olds are literally at drag shows dancing around collecting tips from the audience." Now, who else dances around and collects tips from the audience?
Dancers at strip clubs.
Here you go, at the shaky clubs.
Yeah.
Again, I had no problem with them, with the trans drag queen, whatever the fuck it is. I had no problem with that, and I completely agree with that. I completely agree with that statement that says, she says, "I see no value in American society to make life difficult on purpose for anyone that associates with that community. That community is a percentage of the population, and they are trying to overthrow everything that this country is about. Everything has to have the rainbow flag. Everything has to be trans. Everything needs to be gay. I'm sorry. I'm not going to date a trans woman because that is a man and I am not gay."
See, and Jimmy, I'm sure you and Jackal will probably agree with this. I don't care what two consenting adults choose to do together in the
Mhm.
comfort of their four walls.
Yep.
If it's an adult-only establishment, they can do whatever they please.
Yeah.
Now, where I have the issue, and I have had this happen, is when an individual who is part of that community, who is trying to present as the gender that I am not, comes up and starts basically trying to shame me into dating him and not taking the hint when I say no, 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 and if you keep it up, I will punch you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That is where the problem comes in for men like me.
There was actually, not to cut you off or anything like that off your talk point there, but there's been many times during a biological women's march or women's group or all that good stuff, the trans community comes in and shuts them down, just like how the feminists did to all the men's groups.
Mm-hmm.
But where are all those hardcore yes queen, we can do anything men can do feminists? Now that again, a man has been given the bravest woman's award that happened last week. Men are still dominating women's sports, which a handful of states are saying, fuck you, dude. You're a dude. You go play with the boys and you go suck with the boys.
And,
Phrasing.
okay, on that particular topic, I would not be opposed to them creating a league for individuals that fall into that community.
Me either. If they want to play sports, start up your own league. But guess what? Trans men are not going to be winning. I'm sorry, because you are females and biology does not lie. It takes a lot of work ethic, and I'm going to say blessing by the genetics. So, some girls are, over 6 feet tall, good looking girls, but they have to put on almost twice to 3 times the muscle mass.
Mm-hmm.
They have to do insane amount of cardio because their lungs are, like a third, normally about a third smaller than what a man's lungs are. Their heart
capacity is anyway.
The capacity. Their heart has to beat faster to get the blood pumping. Their joints need to be better. They need extra vitamin D for bone structure. I'm just saying, if they want to play sports, that's fine. Start your own league and don't interfere with women's sports. That's also another bill that's in the Nebraska legislature. Hopefully that one passes too. But going back to the comments here, because that was a very good comment there, Sunflowers. That is what it is. We like to have conversations around here and all this other stuff. But Crusader Nate comes back. People should be who they are. Yes, that is absolutely true. And there's nothing wrong with that. Now, when you have people pushing others to do things like this, have no solid science to support hormone therapy. Yes. And there is no science in giving minors the exact same drugs used to chemically castrate sex offenders, because that also is happening. I'm not saying this to be mean, punching down on the trans community. I'm speaking facts. If you don't like it, take it up with someone who cares, because I don't have a damn shit fuck or flying rat's ass to give.
I think we do have a complaints department. Do we not? Or is that just pop?
I don't know. That's why there's another video clip that I need to get uploaded
department.
here. Is the no, it's the if you guys seen Let's Go to Prison. It's you know what I'm talking about there, right? Nando?
Geez.
I think I've seen the clip.
When they first get off the bus and the warden's walking by, he says, "Please, if you do have any complaints, write them down on a nice piece of paper, fold it up real nice, put it in an envelope, get a sticker, put it on there, and shove it up your ass." or
Gee.
something like that. It's a
Okay.
great clip. Great clip.
Bottom line, you can do whatever the hell you want. Just don't try to force other people to do it.
Yep.
Pretty much.
You have the freedom to do whatever you want
Yes.
within reason, as long as you and only you will face the consequences. When you start trying to drag other
Aha.
people down with you as you sink, that is when you cross the line of
Okay.
neutrality.
Looks like we're gonna get into some comments here. Calliope, she says, "Why do gender benders try to make life difficult for everyone else and impose their values on the rest of society? Because they are doing that. I'm sorry, that's the truth, and a lot of people don't like it. A percentage of the population. Again, you have to remember, percentage of the population is now pretty much pushing everything. Pensies don't belong in women's locker room or restroom. No, they don't. But then Sunflowers does come back and says they're standing up for themselves. Yes and no.
To an extent, they are.
They are
But-
standing up for themselves, but they're also becoming very, very violent, and they are making life difficult for everybody else. You happen to misgender a certain person in New York City, you get charged for a hate crime, you lose your job, and you have to pay a very hefty fine. That is a fact because you cannot misgender in New York. Pretty much down in the whole deal with the child from Texas, where the mom took the child to California to get that child sex rearrangement surgery against the will of the father. That father lost, and that was a whole can of worms that did not need to happen because of this ideology is being pushed so damn hard onto regular people, mainly upper middle class white women, because they think they need to have a superiority in all this other kind of like feminism, the ones that were all rah feminism. Yeah, they're pretty quiet on men taking over and dominating women's sports.
Conveniently, they seem to have gotten quieter when that male, happens to be part of a certain community.
Yeah. But her second, the second part of her comment is where I really wanted to delve into this because I'm not into religion or anything. She says, how come it's okay for Christians to impose their values on the rest of society by mixing religion and politics?
Well, first of all, they shouldn't do that.
They should not be doing that, of course, because, a lot of all the other people, separation of church and state and this and that, and that's a whole other can of worms. But I'm not sure if you've heard this, Sunflowers, and I hope you're still in the chat because this is great conversation. I enjoy it. I thoroughly enjoy this. But why is it that Christians are being pretty much targeted just because they say, hey, you really shouldn't be mutilating your child with hormones and surgery? They're not really imposing their values. Well, I mean,
there are some that are.
There are some that are. There really are. I'm not giving out any excuses for anybody. I'm just pointing things out. But it's okay for people to literally set churches on fire, beat the shit out of pastors in the street with no repercussions. But the second you go to a drag queen story hour or drag show or whatever, or say anything out against the trans community, social media is attacking you. You may lose your job. You may get the shit kicked out of you, or you may even be fucking killed just because you said, hey, leave the children alone.
Okay, and can I point something out?
Please do.
That's very much on the similar vein. There is a certain middle, how do I say this without violating community standards? There is a certain reasonably new religion, only within the past 1500 years, that if you mention anything even remotely non-flattering about its founder, they will put a hit out on you. And
Oh, is
it will take you literally years to get out from under that. And we're not even necessarily saying anything that could be truly defamatory under a court of law. We're just saying, well, from what I understand, this individual was XYZ. And you can have the historical data and the facts and the evidence. And then you are now having to basically live in witness protection on an international basis.
Basically, it's like you automatically become Will Smith in Enemy of the State.
Yeah, now,
pretty much.
yet you can say whatever you darn well please about a certain happy, jolly, plump guy from another religion. You can say anything you want about an individual who, according to his religion, was executed in front of a bunch of people when he may or may not have actually done anything worthy of execution. And then there's the folks who follow what Pop calls the first book, who pretty much every time they poke their head up, they get accused of anything and everything under the sun. When most of the ones that I know who fall into that group, they just want to be left alone.
Yeah, they're just like us. But I will say this though, on a kind of a tangent, because that's what we do around here. We make tangents and waffles. They make a great combo. The other day, let's just call them in quotes America's greatest ally. Pretty much said that you cannot speak about a certain person or that religion that person is associated with, or you will be faced up with 2 years in prison and a very hefty fine.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking about Christianity, and you can probably guess what country I'm talking about. So, yeah, it's like I've been saying, the human race. It was a good run. We had a good couple 100,000 years, but we kind of went a little batshit crazy. We might want to unplug and plug the Earth back in to do a hard restart. Strongest survive. Rebuild societies, but still, kind of keep it, on the level. You know what I'm saying? That's
Might be part that disappears. I'm getting tired of this.
Yeah, but I do want to keep the conversation going here though. But Sunflowers does come back and say drag queens aren't harming kids, but I like the way you think. They are harming kids, not directly but indirectly. They are looking at a grown man that has mutilated his body by putting fake breasts on, putting a dress on, and in some cases taking clothing off to accept tips from the child. That is, I'm not a big religious guy, and I'm very libertarian, but I'm saying that's pretty fucked up, and you shouldn't be doing that.
Can I say something on this part here, Jimmy, real quick? Well, on the instance of the religion and politics topic, the reason why in the recent few hundred years, particularly at Christianity, you see such a bad rap starting to pop up on that is because you have way too many bad apples that just so happen to spawn from the same tree as one that was recently uncorrupted and had a good reputation. And of course, as most people will do, now this is just common. I'm not pointing specifically at you, Sunflowers. I'm just saying that it is normal for, I wish Crusader were here so he could back me up on this with statistics. But people will exemplify the bad apple instead of pointing to the majority good apples. It's almost like
Perfectly-
how women will gloss over all of the positive comments and they will harp on that one bad one.
I have a perfect example. There was another Twitter thread that I was just so happened to wonderfully be a part of. Yeah.
You go ahead, Jimmy,
There's-
go ahead and cue that one up. The second I'm done,
It's gonna
you
be.
go ahead and pop it up.
It's too far down, but I remember the context of it and whatnot. So
go ahead and give that example. That would actually be helpful.
So this kind of goes off to the the Rainbow Mafia talking point that we're going on right now, but they were saying something. I can't remember the entire context about it, and it was like me. It was like, leave the kids alone. How hard of a concept is that to embrace? Keep the kid. We don't take kids to strip clubs. We don't take kids to bars because this is not an appropriate place for them. And I am saying a drag queen story hour or drag queen show is also not appropriate because I've seen what goes on during those things. Not appropriate. But the one person I was so lucky to be interacting with on Twitter posted a picture of a Catholic priest and an altar boy, and there was some caption on it or whatever. So then I came back and said, no, yes, I agree with you. Every person that decides to mess with children, feet first into a wood chipper. And that includes religious people, complete strangers, anyone that messes with a child sexually, feet first into the wood chipper. I don't care. I don't want to hear any excuses. I don't want to hear any sob stories. I want to hear the wood chipper fire up and you go in. That's who I am. You mess with children in any kind of circumstance, you go in the fucking wood chipper.
All right.
Men, women, they, thems, it's, zers. A wood chipper,
regardless of who they are. If they cross that line, then it's into the wood chipper. Now, Amanda, did you hear any contradictory or any double standards within Jimmy's statement?
Not at all.
Okay. So, with that being said, Jimmy has drawn the line, and the line is set. It is 180 degrees. There aren't any bulges in it or anything where he contradicts himself. There's nothing there. It's just a line in the sand. Do not go after the children. The children is where you will stop. Yep. You can do whatever you want as a consenting adult around other consenting adults. However, when you start to encroach upon the children, that is where the problem starts, because as we have rules that prohibit children from entering spaces like, examples, strip club, bar, gun store without permission from a parent, or even with a parent, it's still within a certain age range. In some places, you can buy a handgun as an 18-year-old with an adult, whether it be your legal guardian or your parent.
At 18, you are considered an adult in all 50 states.
Yep.
Yes, but in some states, you cannot buy a handgun by the time you are 18. You have to wait until you are 21.
Okay,
but
I did not know
at
that.
18, some of them you can, but you have to have a legal guardian or parent co-sign it for you, basically giving a heads up saying, okay, I understand that my child is trying to buy a handgun. I know that they are well enough in the head to understand the consequences.
Yep.
I give a green light.
Yep. But the funny thing is, I'm also seeing a lot of posts of, families, moms, dads with their kids, showing them basic gun control, safe gun control. Keep your booger hook off the bank switch until it's time to put a freedom seed into evil, so that evil person stops doing the evil thing.
And never point at something that you are willing to destroy.
Yeah, they're basically teaching them the 4 rules of gun safety, actual gun safety, and people on Twitter are losing their minds saying this is child grooming too. This is child grooming too. I'm like, no, that is teaching your child to respect a tool and to learn how to use that tool in case they need to use that tool. Like the 13-year-old that shot and killed one home intruder, and the other one he laughed at because the dude cried like a little bitch or something like that.
Oh, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah. But anyways, it looks like our resident 10-pound brain and a 2-pound sack has decided to show up here tonight.
Did my request for the Natester to show up and give me some backup actually
you have been summoned, Crusader Nate.
My name has been mentioned 3 times and I appear.
Uh-oh, he's sounding tired.
Oh, it's been a long day, Jimmy. What's going on, guys?
Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, you guys want to pick my brain, feel free to ask. I'm here. But yeah, this is definitely a rather in-depth, complex topic to discuss. So you need me, I am here. You can pick my brain for what little it is worth.
All right.
But I do want to go back to keep reading. Do want to keep this kind of topic up and whatnot. Because it is a good topic to talk about. We're being cordial, respectful, and all this other stuff. We're not screaming in front of people's faces and saying, "Oh, you need to do this." No, that's not how we do things here.
Screaming in someone's face, my choice.
Yeah,
and then get an appraisal of a 4 out of 10 by Pop.
Yeah. Well, as long as her lasagna is good.
Even if the lasagna is good, that's still no. You don't get a 4.
That's still bad. But she does go on to say she has no problem with kids in America being exposed to drag queens. Isn't it good to teach kids to be accepting of others? Just don't be crazy and in your face about it. Okay. See, now here is where I think we can find some middle ground. Like the whole drag queen story hour and whatnot. I'm like, okay, that's creepy that a bearded dude in a dress wants to read to kids. Okay. But when it comes to the drag shows, when there are literal dildos, phallic objects, children tipping the dancers while they take their clothes off, sometimes there's a child dancing and grown men are giving that child tips, which is stripping, by the way, which is illegal because the child is under 18. So my mind may change about the drag queen story hour. I'm still going to think it's creepier and fuck though, because that's a dude with a full beard, more facial hair than I can fucking grow because all I can do are the chin. But why my main question is this. Why do drag queens almost force themselves to be in the presence of children? Why? That is a damn good question, and I have yet to get a valid response from that. And I'm just saying, the more and more that they push, and the more and more stuff that I see at these drag shows and whatnot, it's like, you know what? I'm just going to nip this in the bud and say no to everything, because this is degeneracy. It is disgusting, introducing this kind of lifestyle onto children and kind of forcing it on them too. It's creepy, man. It's creepy.
Creepy.
Yeah, you raise a great point with that, Jimmy. Now, if you look at it, and I don't know the answer to this question. Now, are these individuals who are reading books to children, do they have to have a bachelor's degree in education? Do they have to have a state teaching license to be doing this? Are these individuals that are do they have to go through background checks? Are these the same types of individuals that we have as teachers? Are these individuals educators? Are they state licensed educators? Are they the type of people? These are all questions I don't know the answer to.
All of those are good questions. And from what I've seen, the majority of these story time hours and whatnot, they're put on by public libraries. And I'm guessing they're just reading hopefully age appropriate children's books and not the
Agreed.
The crazy stuff
reading
pushed.
if they're reading books to children, if you look at almost every book, there is an age range on the book. If you are reading a book that is 16 to 18 to an 8-year-old, okay.
That's a
If
problem.
that's
That's
well, no, let me finish this and see if you guys agree with me or not. If it is okay for a non-licensed, uncertified adult to read that book to a children under that specified age range, then why
Yep.
do we bother to have a label of PG or rated R on movies and restrict people under certain ages from watching those movies? At
bring
what
up-
point in time do we draw the line?
You bring up a great point there, Nate. Do we remember what, like 2 years ago or something like that, when angry parents that were learning what their kids were being told in class,
Mhm.
those parents that showed up to the PTA meetings or the school board meetings, whatnot, and they said, "Hey, this is not appropriate to be teaching to my child who is 8 years old, and this is something that a teenager needs to be learning about." I'm talking about
Mhm.
like sex education.
Mhm.
Those parents were labeled as domestic terrorists.
Yeah.
Don't forget that. That's
Oh, I haven't.
that's another thing. But Sunflowers does have another comment here, and I'm not meaning to put point the spotlight on you, Sunflowers, and I wasn't wanting the stream
She
to go
raises
this
a great
far,
point, dude.
but
There's no
yeah,
disrespect.
no disrespect. I love having these kind of conversations because I, for one, I may not sound like it at sometimes, but I can actually have a calm, rational explanation. She says in her high school there was a girl that played on the guys' football team. What do you think about that? By the way, she went to a Catholic school. Great.
That's
She
perfect.
that's fine. She doesn't belong on the football field though, because I'm sure she probably got the snot tackled out of her a lot.
I have no problem with that, Jimmy. I see no problem with anybody being on a football field. Coming from a former football player, if somebody can be on the field and can perform on the field and outperform other players, yes, you should be on the field. I don't care what you look like. I don't care what you're made of. There's a job to be done, and if you can fill that position better than anybody else, you should get it regardless.
Yep.
And
So,
that right there is an
now I'm-
example of equality, because you're picking somebody based on their capabilities, not by a quota. Now, whether
Right.
that girl played the kicker or not, because I've seen that frequently, where a high school football team, all the other positions are guys, but you may have a female quarterback, you may have a female kicker. If she can kick harder than any other dude that signed up for the job, have her do it. Whatever.
Yep.
You're contributing to the team, and if you can take us to the championships, don't give a fuck. The point is that you got the job done. You met the qualifications better than everyone else. You outperformed, so you get the spot.
Yeah.
So now I'm not speaking for Sunflowers, and I'm not speaking for anybody else, but I will give you guys this pushback. I'm kind of thinking like, those other people and whatnot. All these men who were, 400 and some odd in the swimming category, they, finished 82nd in the triathlons and this and that. Well, they decided to become girls, and now all of a sudden they're completely blowing out the competition. Is that fair?
No.
No.
So it's fair for a girl to go on the football field and get the snot beaten out of her, even though she can do the job, than it is for a man to transition into a woman, put in 50% of the effort, and completely dominate.
There's a major difference in something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Big difference. Yep. Yeah. I mean, hell, if a chick goes on the football field and she's, handling herself against, 220-pound linebackers and whatnot, and be like, you damn right, I'm holding the door open for her, because if I don't, she's probably going to kick my ass.
Well, the thing is, with that specific example, She is putting herself willingly, she is voluntarily putting herself in a position to be pummeled into the dirt as often as every other person on that team. In fact, that's actually a position where you are more likely to get pummeled into the dirt, considering that if she's a quarterback, who are all the defensive players going to be targeting? The quarterback.
Yeah.
Well,
Who
okay,
are
quarterback, kicker.
quarterback and the kicker, because they're the ones in control of the ball, and in football,
And-
it's all about getting control of the ball. So she's
No.
actually willingly putting herself in the position of the line of fire.
And
All right,
the funny thing is, if you guys remember a few years ago, that I want to say she was a former soccer player, but then went on to become the kicker punter for a college team.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she underperformed. So
Correct.
in that point, sorry, we got to let you go. You put in good effort, good on you, but you can't do it.
If you can meet the
Well,
standard, then
and
fine.
sports teams are like any other business. Whatever's going to bring in money for the company itself, in this case the team,
Yep.
that's what's going to be given the money, the resources, and the time.
Unless you're the head coach for Nebraska football. It's been a rough couple of years for us here in Nebraska with football, but hey, our volleyball team is kicking ass.
I'm just pointing out, logically speaking.
Right.
Well,
I most of you all know this. I loathe professional and college level sports. If you want to
Yes.
play football, basketball, whatever, in a backyard game with your neighbors or your buddies, hey, more power to you. You do you. I don't care. Don't tell me, though, that, for example, my favorite show on Name and Network is being bumped because baseball's gone long.
yeah.
Now, and I'm going to go ahead and pick on baseball because, in theory, there shouldn't be anyone getting injured except maybe a pulled muscle.
Or if you get cracked in the head by a flying ball, because that does happen.
Accidents do happen, but
If you have a lady who can pitch a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, or whatever the average fastball is now, and she can outdo all the dudes on the team, yay, you do you. I'm gonna make sure not to get
that actually is a very good point, because there are some lady softball pitchers out there. You don't want to mess with them. I mean, and hell, I wouldn't want to mess with any softball chicks, because I mean they're about 3/4 German, but hey, they're athletic. They get down and dirty. They run. They can hit, catch, throw. They're all of it.
Well,
So big kudos to the softball gals out there.
I will say, in addition to that, men and women, our bodies are built completely differently. From the moment of conception, within, I believe, 2 or 3 days, the way that our bone structure is designed, the way our tendons connect to our bones, the angles of that happening, the cartilage in our joints, the way the tendons are built and structured biologically. How many women college softball players that do the fast pitch, how long do their shoulders usually last? I'd say about 3 to 5 years. I know plenty of women that have done that. Most of them have reconstructive shoulder surgery after anywhere between the 7 to 10 year mark, because they just tear apart the cartilage and the ligaments and everything in their shoulders, being able to do the arm rotation in order to get the ball to go fast enough. So that is something that they go into that understanding and knowing, I do this. These are the risks I'm taking. I have to, handle this. Now, if you have women that want to go, I mean, men are biologically built completely differently. You can grab, and they've done studies on this before. They've done it in Australia and a couple other places. They took 15-year-old high school boys to play against female professional soccer players, and the teenage boys outscore them, outperform them physically. Nothing
Oh,
wrong with that.
they trounce
All
them.
I'm saying, yeah, all I'm saying is men and women are completely different. Now, if you look at it, the way men and women are built biologically and neurologically, can some yes, is there a woman out there that can deadlift 600 pounds, 700 pounds? Yes, there may be one, maybe two in the world out of 7 or 8 billion. Do you know how many men can deadlift 600 or 700 pounds?
A
About
hell of a lot
1%.
more than that.
I was gonna say probably a couple more than at least one or two.
There is
few?
a
1 or
particular
2% of the population.
Yeah, there's a whole
So-
competition where they demonstrate these feats of strength.
Yes. Now, let's look at the other side of the coin. Women's attention to detail, fine dexterity, and motor movements. Women, if you look at the way a woman writes anything by hand, the fine detail in the way that she signs anything or writes any notes, the curvature of the way that she writes, women write physically better than men.
Mm-hmm.
Women have attention to detail on things greater than men. How come nobody's bringing that up?
That is true. I mean, everything is everyone is so pointed on the physical attributes of, men, women, and this and that. It's like, well, more women are more, mentally optimal. They can crunch numbers better. They can keep track of records better. I'm not saying that they're only good for secretaries. There are amazing other jobs out there that they can do, but it's biology that men do the physical labor,
Right.
and that's how our fucking bodies are built. We do the physical, sweaty, nasty, greasy labor that helps keep the world going.
Men and women were built biologically to perform symbiotic duties.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to interrupt you, Crusader,
Yeah.
but we got Chris Mitchell in the chat. And anyone else wants to give him a shout out?
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Is this where the bigots are at tonight? Well, we're not going full bigot. We're going only about maybe a third, but good to see you here, there, Chris Mitchell. Good to see you here.
We don't get to see full bigotiness until tomorrow.
No. Especially you probably won't see me go full bigot just because I'm still on YouTube, and what I would say.
I mean, what I have prepared for tomorrow.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. Let me scroll back up here because I did see Sunflower's Hat did have a couple of other good comments in here, So, and again, we do love the conversations here. So I hope you are still here in the chat. There's Sunflowers. Where is it at? There we go. Going back to the misusing pronouns in New York. Last I knew, that was true. So it could have changed. So if someone could fact check me on that, if it did get changed, so what? But I did hear that if you do misgender or dead name someone, of course, this also could have been in California because we know how California runs.
Yeah, I think I heard about that in Cali.
I was gonna say, okay, it was either one of the two, New York or California or whatever. She says that is something I cannot get on board with because that is overtly against the First Amendment. She also says, stay kind to people. I agree with that. And use their pronouns of choice. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to use your pronouns if you tell me what your pronouns are. I'm probably going to say you've been brainwashed and you need to stop. I'm not going to call you he, him, she, them. I'm going to call you by your name. Tell me your name, and I will tell you. I will call you by your name. I'm not going to use your pronouns. I'm not going to do that.
X or an XY. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not lying. I'm speaking biologically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that is correct.
And to touch on a previous note while Jimmy looks for the next piece, when we were discussing the double XY or the double YX in genetics, it only accounts for about 0.5% of the world's population.
Is it really that low? I
Yeah.
thought it was lower.
That's the most recent from October 26, 2021.
Okay. I was gonna say, because I know it's a rare genetic mutation, but I didn't think it was 0.5% of the population. So 8 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do that math in my head, man. Too many brain cells have been killed.
Yeah, it's
Wait, what were the numbers?
0.5% of the population. You're talking 1 or 2 per 100 born in the United States. Roughly. Which in the United States is 1.7%, but around the world it's 0.5%. So
The more you know. I need to get that graphic on my queued up too. So in case we have Nate on again for future streams, he can drop some knowledge on us. And the more you know.
We're talking about the hundred, probably not even 100,000s. We're talking maybe what? 35,000 maybe?
yeah.
Maybe.
I did find it. This other one.
Still a
she
tiny number. That's still minuscule.
Yep. She says, Sunflowers also goes on to say, in my regards to my comment about religion, 100% agree with you on that. That is good. See, we can find common ground, between very differing opinions and have a civil conversation about it. And this is what normal people actually do. It's not on all the videos that you see on the internet and whatnot, and people screaming left and right. No, this is normal. This is the normal.
That's what sets us apart from animals.
Yep.
We have the capability of getting in a current and
it's more comprehensive. It's the extremist on both sides. Me myself, I am pretty center of everything, believe it or not. I do believe that men and women can only be men and women. I also believe that if a person underage is assaulted by someone and does end up becoming pregnant because of that, unpopular opinion, that child should not have to carry that child, because that is some pretty horrific shit that happened to him. And honestly, I don't think that they need that constant reminder. And that goes with grown women too.
Yeah. Now, when you have situations where you have an unwanted pregnancy, I think the only reason that life should be sustained would be for testing purposes, to verify the donor, so to speak, the genetic donor. So until you have that and you have an undeniable genetic match, and that's pretty easy to prove, you can do that within 48 hours. Once that's done, you have undeniable evidence at that point in time.
Mm-hmm.
Scientifically, you can't argue that.
Yep. All right. It looks like Sunflowers has exited the chat. That is a bit of its disappointment. I was hoping she was going to stick around for a little bit longer, because I like having these kind of conversations, conversations that are controversial. People are very opinionated on. I'm guilty of that myself, because I have my opinions. I'm just not the one that'll be walking out and saying, you need to live this way or else, or blah, blah, blah. I'm not that guy. I'm like, I made a meme about it. I wish I could bring it up. It's Yogi and Boo Boo either sitting on the log or they're running away with a picnic basket. And the caption is, you do you, Boo Boo. Just don't fuck with me and my picnic basket.
I think I saw you post that one before, Jimmy.
Pretty sure that one's up there.
But personally, I sometimes avoid these kinds of conversations because I don't believe I have enough intelligence to bring about a good point.
I mean, if you can wade through the bullshit and the idiots and the DFRs on Twitter, Trust me, I've been there for a little over a year now. So, well, it'd be about a year in April is when I've been on there. But yeah, if once you can figure out who you're dealing with, it's easy to either say, okay, I'm done done chatting, we're done here. But I think we've said enough about that one and whatnot. So, oh man, I do have one other story here, but it looks like we do have. Got a couple other people here. Uh-oh. The second one I'm questionable about. I'm not. We'll bring him in. But we have Edmund. Sorry to keep you waiting there, good sir.
Oh no, it's all right. That's all right. How's everyone doing?
I'm still alive.
Still
Holy
alive
shit.
and still alive, and we're not spun up. So I think we're doing pretty good.
Well, I kind of like had to take a break from driving a bit. I've been driving like a madman for the last few weeks, and had to puke in my fucking car over the St. Patty's Day weekend. That was great. Mom's got out.
You drink so
Yeah.
much, you're vomiting in your car.
Yeah, they were. That's why I have the bags. But anyway, we're not here to talk about my Uber stories. We're here to talk about Jimmy.
Let's see. And of course, some of you know him, some of you love him. We got Chris Mitchell in the house too. Thank you for blessing us with your presence there, good sir.
Hello. I thought I would come and help you get the level of bigotry up to where it's more tolerable. So you're welcome. You're welcome.
More bigotry. More.
Let me bring the Emperor out. Maybe that'll boost it up more.
Yeah.
Enough
There
to
you
get
go.
Oh,
banned.
There we go. But I was actually kind of hoping to see Rhino in the chat tonight. I actually didn't see him.
And
Of course
he's too busy with someone's granny.
Yeah, it's Wednesday, dude. It's old ladies' night. So you know,
Is it bingo night or something like that? I'm pretty sure.
No,
Social
night-
Security checks come out.
Oh yeah, so you know they're getting ready to go out and go crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it's mom's eat free at like wings places or something. That's where he's at right now.
At least where I live, there's a place called the Elks Lodge that I think meets on Wednesdays.
I was gonna say that we got an Elks Lodge around here too. But
Wherever he is, gentlemen, the polydent is strong there.
The Paula
Smells
Dent,
like-
the
Paula-
Zennies, the
Paula Dent and Ben Gay.
That's right, baby.
the Paula
Mm.
Dent, the Zennies, the Depends.
Rhino, if you do decide to watch this in the future, sorry, bro. Don't mean to bust your balls.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we-
ragged on him. I did rag on him pretty hard during our last Cards Against Humanity. I still need to clip those 2 times where I roasted it.
That was so funny, man. That was so funny. I can't even remember the St. Patty's Day Cards Against Humanity stream.
Are you
But
that messed up?
Yes.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
had even Nate was saying that was worthy of getting me into the roasting group.
It was
Oh,
bad,
nice.
man. It was bad.
Yeah.
It's bad. But I did look through my tweets. I did not retweet this one, so I can't find it anywhere. But apparently Colorado just passed a law so it would save more lives and end gun violence just yesterday that it is now a mandatory 3-day waiting period. But I'm going to guess this individual didn't get the memo.
Oh, are you talking about the shooter?
Oh.
Student who was patted down each day allegedly shoots 2 staffers at a Denver high school.
Oh.
I have not seen any updates to this story. Last I knew, he had been identified and was still out on the loose.
Hmm.
So, I'll get rid of the video. The suspect, 17-year-old Austin Lyle, fled the school after the Wednesday morning shooting and a search for him is ongoing, Denver PD said. His car was located in Park County, which is located southwest of Denver, and efforts to locate the suspect are ongoing. The handgun used in the shooting has not been recovered, and police warned the public to not approach Lyle, calling him armed and dangerous. So we have a 17-year-old who needed to be patted down at school. Now, why haven't we heard about this? Well, because only 2 people were shot. One is in critical, one is in severe condition as of the update that I saw earlier. That could have changed. So yeah, but
You see how quick they
I
are?
have a question. Was
Go
it
ahead,
just
sir.
this kid that needed to be patted down every day? Or is this something they did like standard for everybody?
that I do not know, but they do mention that he specifically needed to be patted down
Every day.
every day at school. And then
So he was definitely on someone's radar, clearly. And yet,
according to the other stories that I have heard and read from them, yeah. And the student, let's just say, well, there's a reason why we haven't heard this story, and I'll let you make the assumptions because of why.
color, everybody's black.
He's a transgender.
Or that.
I would guess if you would call this person transgender, you would probably get what the 2 administrators got. Would be an extra hole in your body that you didn't need.
Well, it's
Do they
just,
have pictures?
do they have pictures of the guy? Yeah, do they?
You know what?
Or of it?
Oh, let me see if I can find them here.
But you notice
Wait a
how quick they are to enact these laws. As soon as something happens, it's like it's strange. Like
That's
they
part of
know
their
things are gonna
strategy.
happen. Like,
Strategy is to strike when the iron is hot. So basically, when everybody is, first of all, talking about it, it's on everybody's mind. Then they factor in the emotional effect. So if people had a more visceral or emotional response to the event, then they see it as an opportunity, a prime opportunity to influence people's reaction to it, or at least what to do about said event.
it's
Yeah,
like it's
push their narrative forward.
It's like it's been planned.
Yep, this is from on Twitter again. Yeah, the wonderful app that it is. Breaking 911, they break it down. This is their post from 8 hours ago. 2 teens shot while conducting morning safety check on student. Both victims hospitalized, 1 critical, male suspect at large. And we have this person with the meme. I'm sure he's joking. Cease to hope, blah blah blah. Yeah, this one is it's a meme. It's a meme. Please let the shooter be white. Please let the shooter be white. Well, if you let me see here. If you go back to the original tweet here, you have myself posting the ABC News article. Let's see here. Oh, no, that's not it. It is. There you go, right here.
Oh, I called it. Where's my prize?
Well, I would give you a prize, but since they're not talking about it or did not mention the person's color, which if you ask me, in my opinion, it does. I don't care about the person's color of their skin. I really don't. They're an evil person if they decide to do this. Also, a 17-year-old with a handgun, that right there is illegal according to the law, which the law is fucking stupid. But then again, he's also carrying on school grounds. There you go again.
Where are his parents exactly in all this? I mean, if their kid has misbehaved so badly at 17 that he needs to be patted down every day in school before he enters, where are they getting involved? Sorry, what?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say, where was this child's mother at? Because I'm willing to put $100 down now
But there's no father in the picture.
that there is no father in the picture at home.
Well,
Just saying.
according to Sleance,
Fiance.
Uh, yeah, this
Oh gosh.
lovely individual, she says, "Oh my God, this is my friend's son."
The
Oh, did
You
you,
know,
see the
if
person
they-
who
if they just
commented
put a
directly
time-
above?
and the school that said that no weapons were allowed, this would have never happened.
Right.
Oh,
right,
yeah.
Yeah. No
But
weapons.
the,
that was
the
everything.
The
That
funny
was all
thing is, this also happened after the city of Denver terminated, or the school districts of Denver terminated their contract with Denver PD. So that eliminated all the resource officers.
Yeah.
From what I've seen.
Shocker.
Could this possibly be one of the
Mm.
reasons why Rhino's been saying don't come to Colorado?
Colorado is great. Denver is a shithole. It is.
So
a
you're saying
shithole.
we just need an orbital bombardment from a Star Wars Imperial Venator class cruiser or something like that on Denver?
Well,
alone?
I'm thinking more of like the Justice League, a Watchtower type thing. But I mean, I
That's
like
good.
that a little bit better. But
well, we do have to remember, gentlemen, that NORAD is in Colorado Springs, and that is directly south of Denver, about
okay.
hour and a half, depending on how fast you
So-
go.
So in other words,
So-
we need to go ahead and have one of those mythical Zeus satellites unload.
Oh,
Actually,
that's-
Mando, can you think of any weapon from the Warhammer 40k universe that would be not powerful enough to completely destroy everything in Colorado, but at least destroy just Denver?
Powerful
Or is
enough?
everything-
Yes. Precise enough? No.
No. I was thinking immediately of, what was that, Exterminatus laser that they usually use? That's-
I got it, Jackal. How about 1,000-mile across asteroid hitting the surface of Earth?
We
Good
could
enough.
use that right now.
Good
Yeah,
enough.
no, we could really use one of those.
I've been
An
asking
Exterminatus
for one.
engine?
I've been asking for one for a long time.
Yeah.
Same here, man. Same here.
And we just need a powerful
But-
enough magnet.
Yeah.
But,
But-
yeah, no,
Yes.
Those are the two main stories I wanted to talk about. I kind of rambled on a little bit too long about the first one, but we did have a good conversation back and forth with Sunflowers in the chat. She is back in the chat, so thank you for coming
Hey.
back. That was
Welcome back.
good times. You're always welcome to come in. One of these days we'll have you on a stream, so then that way we can really piss people off. Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause that's what I'm about.
Well,
Pissing
you know what
people
the,
off.
you know what the really sad thing is, Jimmy?
What's that?
You've managed to keep a far more calm and logical head on these topics that are usually very hot button issues than 90% of the other guys that I've listened to. Because
Yeah.
as much as the guy annoys me, I do listen to Tribe of Men from time to time, and he gets heated so easily about some
Oh,
of the
yeah.
silliest things.
Yep. See, and the funny thing is, the replies I was getting to the tweets I was showing earlier, the one person says, "Oh, well, you're not even from Nebraska, and this and that." It's like, here's literally the picture of the Scottsbluff National Monument, which is right outside the back door of my fucking shop that I work at. But no, I'm not from here.
That's because Nebraska doesn't exist.
yeah,
No, we are
There you go.
we are a conspiracy theory.
No,
Do not-
you-
yes,
you-
just like
do not-
Australia.
ju-
Do
Yeah,
not
I
attempt to,
Yeah,
do not
Jimmy
attempt
is
to travel.
Nebraska.
Do not attempt
Okay.
to travel to Nebraska because we will turn you around.
I think
Okay, well,
Jimmy-
hang on. I know of at least one state that has had a legitimate SCP written over about it. And Nebraska isn't that state.
Don't tell me it's
Wasn't it
Ohio.
Wisconsin?
Massachusetts.
Oh, Massachusetts.
According to somebody who writes with the SCP universe, Massachusetts doesn't exist. It's all a massive conspiracy.
Nice.
But anyways,
Well, I mean, has anything good ever come out of there?
Boston
Sam
Tea
Adams.
Party?
That was in Massachusetts.
Rebellion?
Yeah, Boston,
Ice Cream.
Massachusetts.
I say we go up to Canada and we have the new Boston Teabag Party, and we just take it over and teabag everyone.
That's right.
be sure to grab a few cases of beer for Pop too. So when we bring
Hey.
them,
Yes, take some of their beer.
And take your whiskey.
no.
Your whiskey.
We got lots of that. We got
Hang
lots.
on.
What we're
Hang
going to
on.
do is we're going to go up, we're going to
Jimmy?
teabag them all, and we're going to
Can-
annex it into the United States.
Hang on,
Can we
Jimmy.
just like go up there ourselves, like in a bus, and just say like raiding party on the bus? We're here to like take over your country, and literally do that, and just buy all the beer and whiskey we can, and just drive back.
Hold on. Jimmy, are
Go
we
ahead,
at the
Mando.
silly part of the show yet?
I'm sorry.
we are actually
Sorry about that.
Okay.
Champions?
we are. If anybody has to drain their squirrel bladders, now would be the time to because I
And
have
get
to
more drink.
But
and I'm the
Before
host
you
of the
go,
show.
the-
So,
before you go, there is a reason I wanted to ask that question before telling this story.
okay.
Does anyone else remember the Canadian North Dakota National Guard assault of the early 2000s? Allegedly, it was horrible. The Canadians were throwing sausages and using maple syrup squirt guns on our troops.
Yep,
Oh
I
God,
remember
the
that.
horror, the horror.
That sounds like something the East Coast would do.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're very
Anyways,
liberal over there.
I need to go drain my squirrel bladders. So if you guys need to do the same, refill your drinks, please do so and enjoy this pee break brought to you by, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, the gentleman, and the scholar, Billy Von Baum.
Papa John's Pizza! Papa John's Pizza!
Oh, Billy Von Baum, you mad genius, you.
You make
Also-
a good Mr. Bean.
I,
You
I
did
was
make
gonna-
it good to me.
I was gonna say that Mr. Bean flipping everybody off in the convertible. That's pretty much me.
Yeah.
You know, like me. Fuck you. But
Someone in the chat did ask which SCP Massachusetts is. It's SCP 4006.
4006. I might have to write
Isn't
that
that the
down.
Christmas town? SCP or something?
SCP is basically a group of independent horror writers.
Oh,
It's one of these things where if you can think of something weird, bizarre, possibly dangerous, or just plain creepy or strange, somebody's probably written an SCP about it.
I personally love those stories.
It's kind
Oh,
of
they're
it's kind of
great,
like
aren't they?
it's like
Yeah.
Rule 34, but with horror.
Well,
Right.
okay, not all of them are actually quote unquote horror. There's Dr. Jack Bright, who's probably one of the kookiest characters in the SCP Foundation. He literally lives in an amulet.
So, sorry to interrupt you guys, but I have to say my goodbyes because I have to go dad for a little bit longer. But Brother Jimmy, congratulations, buddy, on your first 100. Here's to many more.
Kind of.
You're gonna get
Kind
there.
of. Ow!
Yeah.
Sorry,
Uh-oh.
I'm being shot.
Being attacked. Better return fire then.
I bought my kid a dart gun that looks exactly like a 40K bolter.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking sick. I was like, that's cool.
Okay, if you can find it, Target every couple of years comes out with a reissue of the Nerf disc launchers. They look very similar to the plasma guns from 40K.
Nice. Yeah, I'm totally gonna keep an eye out for that. But yeah, I can get some stickers and put on this thing, and it's basically a Space Marine bolter.
Nice.
Yeah. But anyway, Jen, thanks for having me on. Good talking to you, and we'll see you again soon.
We'll see you again there, Chris. Thank you, good sir. Yeah, as to and WS and that's Sunflower. She's still here. Hell yeah, we like having you here. WS says, "Happy 100th, Jimmy." I do want to preface this.
Allegedly.
That's why the title is kind of. The other day, I received a message via YouTube for a comment that said, "Hey, I'm your 100th subscriber. Keep up the good work. Great content." And I replied, "Thank you very much. Thanks for sticking around. Hope to have you in the chat sometime," and all that good stuff. And then I literally went to go check my, just to refresh the comments and whatnot, and it dropped down to 99. And I was like, "That sucks." So again, to preface this, if YouTube is pulling their shenanigans and saying you're a bot subscriber, please do double check, make sure that you are subscribed, or if you're new here, subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. I do post up all but 2 days of the week, Sunday and Tuesday. I do take off, but other than that, I do have videos coming up every day of the week. I do my lives on Monday and Saturday. This one again is special, kind of, for the celebration, whatnot. And again, if you do like the content and you really don't like what YouTube is doing for the content creators, please meet yourself, Jackal. If you got a Ralph, damn it, I'm the only one that Ralphs around here.
I did a chemistry experiment for my refill of drink. I don't know what kind of abomination I just mixed into my glass.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
But
hey, Jimmy,
anyway,
I had something cool the other day. It's a
Uh-oh.
shot straw. It's a shot
a
straw.
shot straw. Haven't heard
It
one
better
of
not.
those.
It better not be a dick straw.
Right.
You would-
But
Well, we're all separated by at least a building, so
Yes, at least.
there won't be any dick straws thrown in our vicinity. But
Update.
anyways, if you are sick and tired of how YouTube treats their creators, I do have a Cash App set up. It is $JB Waffle World. So if you do feel like throwing some shekels my way for that, so I can upgrade Poverty Yard, as a certain
Oh no.
Red Pill Rhino would call it, because that's where I'm at. Please donate to that, whatever you can. All donations are very much appreciated. All donations will go towards expanding and creating new content for
Edmund,
Waffle World and all this other good stuff. So please, if you can, throw a few shekels to the Cash App, which again is $JB Waffle World. And one of these days we'll be doing a spicy meme stream over on Rumble and MGTOW.tv. Those are the other two platforms I do plan on going to once I can get StreamYard upgraded. So now that I am done pimping out myself, Edmund, you said you had a straw that is a shot.
It's a
You
shot.
have my attention, sir.
So I'm a shill for buying crap off of what I see. I see it and I buy it, and I'm an adult. I can do what I want. So what you do is you unscrew the top here and you fill it full of your liquor. It is a one-way valve. I don't have anything to chase it with, so I just use some water. So you fill it up with your liquor or whatever you want. You dunk it in there, and then you take a sip. And then there you go. I don't have the best space in the world for it, but it's a good way. And you see, you got all that water in there. You just
See, that's just too much work. I'll just pour it in my shot glass that I conveniently have. Yes.
well, I like the small one, but this way
My
it's
shot
like-
glass.
this-
My shot glass is within reach of me at all times.
Yeah, that'd probably be the only shot I do tonight, just to tell you the truth. But
Right.
I had to show it off a wee bit.
There you go.
Just a wee bit.
Just a wee bit.
There used
But
to be a
anyway,
shot.
Silly
go
shit.
ahead.
I was gonna say there used to be a shot way back, got 20 years ago. They used to call them mind erasers. They would
What's that?
Nando, you laugh like you've done at least 10 or 12 of them.
Let's just say there's a reason I don't touch alcohol.
Yeah.
Anymore.
Well, the way that they would do it is they would chill either vodka or Jaeger or something like that, and they would layer it. They would pour it on the bottom of the glass, and they would delicately pour another liquor or something on top of it, and then they would put like a Sprite or 7-Up or a club soda or something on top with
Ooh.
some ice in it. Put a straw in it, and you just drink it through the straw. You don't get any flavor or any taste, and you get that Sprite, 7-Up, kind of that club soda kind of blank flavor. So you don't taste anything.
Oh, it
That's why they call them mind erasers.
Those are the dangerous kind of shots, and I don't like taking those. I just like having my shot because I learned a long time ago. There was
You
a
learned your
certain
lesson, Jimmy.
there was a certain peach flavored whiskey that I picked up one day, and that's how I got the nickname Walt Disney. Winning.
Yeah, I remember that stream.
That was classic. I was laughing.
Okay.
That was bad. That was bad, man. That was bad. Bad, man.
I kind of feel like I'm obligated to explain that. Before I do so, Crusader, have you ever had the pleasure of working with anyone from the South African military?
Once.
How would you describe that individual on duty and off duty if you knew him that well?
Worked with him once for a short period. Polite, professional, respectful, Jekyll and Hyde, like at work. Very well-spoken, mild-mannered, soft, polite, professional, like the poster child for what you would want to have as a professional work partner.
Mm-hmm.
However, outside of work, if you were to combine, let's say, Adam Sandler, the Tasmanian Devil, Jim Carrey, and like it's probably the closest I can come up with and that was him outside of work. And the dude would drink more than an Irishman, wanted to fight more than a Scotsman, and was more vulgar than a submariner.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
Sounds like a fun guy.
On my 21st birthday, I was on Fort Sam Houston undergoing a second MOS training.
All right.
2 of my classmates were former Marines. One of my other classmates was a South African staff sergeant that was present for a exchange program.
Fun.
Sounds like
I
fun.
apparently cannot hold my liquor without turning into an angry drunk.
Sweet.
Oh no.
They had me do a couple of the mind erasers while watching the movie Super Troopers. And then they got the idea to all of us go out to a local bar outside of Fort Sam Houston that I allegedly single-handedly rearranged. And the South African, when I see him on Monday, bear in mind, I don't remember any of this. He has a black eye, a swollen lip, and he straight up tells me if I touch alcohol ever again, I need to be registered as a lethal weapon.
Oh, so you're one of the fun ones.
Apparently I am. Like I said, I don't remember jack from that night. I remember that I was so hammered that I might remember the first third of Super Troopers.
Oh yeah, I mean,
You got to the part where got to the part where, hey Farva, what's that place you like to go eat at with the mozzarella sticks and all the goofy shit on the wall? Shenanigans? You talking about shenanigans? Whoa!
Yeah, that.
Oh,
Okay.
I love that. I love that movie. That movie's great.
But yeah, when two former Marines and a South African staff sergeant tell you that you shouldn't drink, you probably want to listen to their advice.
Probably. Oh.
And bear in mind, at the time I probably weighed about 130 and was 5'7".
Oh no.
So if that's what happened when I got drunk, I don't want to do that again.
Right.
Well, it's
Just
it's
do
like
that before you go into combat, then.
when I was down in Miami working, we had two guys that were former Who Cares Who Wins people, if you know what I mean. And they had a few of their buddies that were in town. So we had a couple of guys that were retired first group, retired fifth group, all contractors. And we had a couple of Marine Raiders with us that were retired, now contractors. One of the Who Cares Who Wins guys, if you know who they are, got challenged and dared if he could jump out of a second floor window and make it and slide down the flagpole.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I already don't like where this is going.
He said that was fun and he was going to do it again.
So he successfully did it the first time. Said this is a good idea. I'm gonna do it again.
A good idea,
The cop-
Fairy. Shut up.
The cops showed up as he did it a third time.
Oh,
And the excuse he said to the police is, "Oh, I'm from England. This is what we do there." And they're like, "Oh, okay." And they let him back in the bar.
oh, jeez.
And we were all just dumbfounded. And I don't know how he was able to walk, let alone run and jump, and have the coordination to grab onto that pole and slide down it like a fireman. It was hilarious to watch.
That's when your charisma is up there, like really high. You know, he rolled a nat 20 on the charisma.
Oh yeah, he was a unique individual.
Did he at least pull off the accent to make it sound?
Oh, he was from England.
Oh, did we just do this?
Oh yeah, so we just casually jump out of the second story window and just slide down the flag.
Oh god,
Yeah.
man.
But he did get a disorderly conduct ticket. But
I mean,
Naturally.
to be honest, I would rather do that than a 80,000-foot simulated combat jump where people are firing bottle rockets and Roman candles up at you to simulate flak.
that could be fun too. But yeah,
Well,
I mean,
It was
fun.
the 30 minutes of pre-breathing that we had to do so we wouldn't get the bends as we ascended.
In special forces groups, isn't that just called Thursday?
Yeah, Wednesday or
Well,
Thursday.
I'm not special forces, and I'm never going into special forces.
Well, they're special.
They're just special
In many, many
Anyways.
ways.
in many
More
ways.
ways than one.
Anyways, to get to the real topic at hand here, memes. Since
Yeah.
since I screwed up and ate food
Yay?
and
Question mark.
I fell asleep on you on Monday. I didn't get to the meme stream, so
No, it's all right.
we are an hour and
Fucked up,
55 minutes into the waffling. I think we've had a little bit too much of reality right now, so let's have a little bit of fun here, shall
Are
we?
you about to put a stop payment on the reality check?
No, it needs to put down put a
No,
down
I'm
payment on it.
I'm just gonna hold the check for a couple days, make sure everything is good, and then we're gonna clear it. But
He's gonna rewrite it so he
But,
gets the motherfucker.
but speaking of reality checks, let's just say this person may or may not be in the military and may or may not be.
Hey, Jimmy, before you go much further, take a look in the live chat. You have a request.
Do I have a request?
Is it a request? Thank you.
Sunflowers, may I join? Absolutely. The link for the StreamYard is pinned at the top of the chat. Click that. There's a couple steps you got to go through. Put your name in. You do not have to be on camera at all. Of course, we have Mando, Jackal, and Nate not on camera. If you do have a microphone, please do join in. Liked having you on. Liked our conversation earlier. We'll probably ruffle a couple feathers here and there, but we're gonna go with some memes because I like memes and memes make me feel good.
Just make
But,
it feel good. Just make it feel good.
As I was saying before, the person that made this meme may or may not be in the military, and they may or may not be, as the cool kids say, down bad these days. But Sour from Twitter, he is about to step into the unknown and learn answers to questions yet asked.
That's
Sweet
an M79.
He has an M79, a rubber glove, and 2 sponges.
Oh, that's just a way to clean that thing.
He's got a thumper. He's got
If-
a thumper, guys.
If you know, you know.
I know, but I don't wish I didn't.
Like I said, that man is down bad in a bad way. Maybe we need to have him. We need to have him watch my show every now and then. We'll bring him out of the funk and whatnot. We'll have some fun.
Oh, this drink.
But
it's good, but it's bad at the same time. Ugh.
But to kind of compound on the M79 thumper. Hey, see what I did there? You know.
Oh
That's
gosh.
But shouldn't
Yeah,
cheese
ham
be
and
on the
cheese are
inside and oozing out?
It's when you have like
It's
you haven't eaten in a while and anything will do. And it's like
it's the comment that the original poster does. Everything reminds me of her.
She's a grab and go. Ooh, that's probably why she's gone.
Yikes.
Oh,
Yeah,
quite
that
literally,
was
quite
bad.
literally a cheese.
And it looks like we have sunflowers in the house.
Hello, sunflowers.
Good
Howdy.
evening to you, my lady.
This is awesome. Very good discussion.
Yep, we like to have fun. Again, the tagline for my channel is we serve hot takes and hot cakes. So I'm glad you could join us on this, and I'm glad we could have that discussion and whatnot. I really do hope you are into the memes as much as the rest of us are.
Well, we'll see. Well, what do you got for us?
I have quite a lot.
Yeah, bring it
actually.
on. Bring it on.
Well, this isn't a meme, but it really needs to. So those that know the show, they remade Scooby-Doo
Oh
into
God.
the Velma thing.
Oh yeah.
Not a fan.
I'm going to bring up two things here. Give me 2 seconds. Oop, actually, let me do this a lot better, a lot faster.
Isn't
Jackal,
that? Let me think. Scooby Doo. That's what that lady, Mindy, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They just replaced. They just took Velma and made her diverse.
What they did is they
ruined a classic.
They destroyed childhoods, is what they did. Just to be blunt, they made Velma a know-it-all Indian woman. I was going to make a joke, but I just realized I'm still on YouTube. So let's just say the call center kind of Indian. And they made.
Wait, they made her stereotypical?
Well, they made her a know-it-all and this and that. And
they made her animated Raj from Big Bang Theory.
Strong independent woman. They made Fred the generic stupid white dude. They made Daphne Asian. They also made
just talking about this makes my head explode.
Oh, but it's bad. But
okay, look, I'm all for diversity and having people be seen in society,
right.
like that they can feel that they are a part of American culture. But if it's already been done, come up with your own thing, Hollywood. Stop with all the remakes, the reboots, the revamps.
But apparently this is kind of the meme, but the Critical Drinker, who if you don't follow him on Twitter, follow him. Great dude. Lots of hilarity going on there. We did it, everyone. We have officially achieved Clown World singularity because the White House honors star and executive producer of the controversial Scooby-Doo spinoff, Velma.
For what?
Now that it was for the National Medal of Arts. So now that I have shared that information with you, let me share this tidbit of information with you.
Oh, it gets worse?
It gets worse. Jackal, again, if you're going to Ralph, mute, please. Or at least, try not to do it directly into the microphone, please, and thank you. If you don't know, a while back, a director and producer decided to make a live-action movie from the Dragon Ball series. Now, if you know, in Dragon Ball, Goku is an ignorant child at first who likes to fight, who is of an alien race that is not known until Dragon Ball Z. In Dragon Ball Evolution, they turned Goku into a dorky, white high school kid that is fallen in love with Chi-Chi. Now, again, Goku in the anime and the mangas has never interacted with no other person other than his adoptive grandpa Gohan. Last I looked, the Dragon Ball Evolution score on IMDb was, well, actually, you know what? Let me just take a look at that real quick.
It was trash.
Hang on, Jimmy. Was it worse than Catwoman?
We can compare.
If you have watched the series and then you saw Evolution, you would say yes, it is worse than Catwoman.
Oh man, it was.
To be completely honest with you, Jackal, on CQ, some of the guys tried to get me to watch an episode of Dragon Ball, and it must have been something weird or wacky or whatever, because the episode I saw, they were literally standing there the entire episode, yelling at each other, quivering with some weird magnetic field around them.
Yeah, that is the problem with Dragon Ball, is that they would spend about a good 15 minutes out of the 30-minute long episode standing there, yelling, grunting, groaning, or talking when they should have been killing each other.
Well, the
grand
funny
example was the sorry to cut you off, Jimmy, but I would
No, go ahead.
this through. The several episodes, it's like took 5 to 6 episodes of Goku versus Frieza on planet Namek.
I was just about ready to make that point. The fight between Goku and Frieza holds the world record for the longest anime fight. Yet it was only supposed to be like, what was it, 5 minutes?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
maybe 5 minutes, 5 solid minutes of them swinging at each other, maybe. The other, I don't know, hour and 45 minutes was spent standing there either powering up or Goku reconsidering his life decisions after Frieza was whooping his ass.
Oh, come on. Don't tell me
See, that's why I'm going to just stick with Gundam and Full Metal Panic. When they're fighting, they're actually fighting.
Yeah,
Gundam's
Gundam's a good one.
Some animes there are some animes that are actually pretty decent when it comes down to that. Now, a lot of them I probably have never seen because I was not into anime that much, and plus my visits to Japan, those did not boost my opinion of anime at all. Not even close. It actually tarnished it more. But Needless was one where they did not shy away from. Now, Needless is a really old one, but that was one where they did not shy away from showing you gore and using actual science, which was actually kind of interesting. They used real science for the superpowers that some characters had. Elfenlied was another one. That one you had to have a bit of a stomach for gore because there was quite a bit of that in it.
Okay, now that we've gotten that covered, just to show everyone the proof of the pudding.
Okay.
So if you know the Dragon Ball lore and you unfortunately watch this movie, according to IMDb, which is pretty reputable, their rating is a 2.5 out of 10 stars. The popularity is very much down, and it is very much worth it because
it was trashery.
For one, the director had no idea about the source material of the movie he was making, and two,
Rian Johnson on Star Wars 7.
And two, even though they give Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball, along with other different mangas from Japan, he was given executive producer, yet he had zero input in this movie.
He was probably standing there just thinking, what the hell?
And it shows. So, going back to the other one, let me bring up the other.
Is that from like a long time ago type of thing?
Dragon Ball Evolution was from 2009.
Yeah, so it was quite a while ago.
It was, but it's like,
yeah, I mean,
it's okay, but like it's not Dragon Ball. You know?
No, it has the Dragon Ball name, and the Dragon Balls are in it. But other than that, everything was changed.
Okay,
now, if they were playing to go for
everything.
Mortal Kombat, that would have been good.
Time out. I have to ask one crazy question. Why are we talking about the reproductive organs of male dragons?
Because that's where the source of the magic comes from.
No,
you gather all 7 of them together.
Mando, if you hang out with me for the after show and you feel like being a part of the Dragon Ball, I'll give you a little bit of a breakdown of what Dragon Ball is because I am somewhat of an expert. But
weirdness.
Here is Velma, according to IMDb. They have a 1.5 ranking out of 10.
Wow.
So you're telling me just because someone repurposed a very well loved classic.
Oh,
There's-
also,
if you didn't see it, there was Velma twerking. Yes, that's.
oh, and did you see what they did to
did.
Shaggy? They made him black.
They made him black and anti-weed, even though the
Oh my God. Okay. I
Yeah.
am not opposed to modernizing. It's just look.
yeah, it was bad. It was
Did they
bad.
decide to? How do I put this? They did this. As I was saying before, like I don't care that you want to represent diversity, but
Mhm.
why not make your own original something, not rip off something?
It's because Hollywood has run out of ideas, original ideas.
I
So
know.
they have to take things and repackage and repurpose them. Perfect example. Seth Rogen, the perpetual teenager, because this is how they fucking promoted this.
Wait,
He
is
is
Seth
ma-
Rogen a part of this?
No, Seth, not a part of Velma. This is a different project. But
Oh.
Seth Rogen, for some odd reason, was chosen to rewrite, produce, and direct a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
Oh, Rhino's gonna have fun with that.
Is it a live action or animated?
This one, I'm pretty sure, is all animated. It's kind of like the Into the Spider-Verse kind of animation.
Oh
with
God, no.
with Miles Morales. I actually kind of was a fan of that because it's something different and it's cool. Why not?
I like the turtles, but what
yeah.
does Seth Rogen got to do with the turtles? I mean,
It's
his kind
well,
of stuff
for
doesn't make
for,
sense for being part of the turtles.
Yeah, for one, this is a Nickelodeon produced movie.
Oh, that explains it.
Two, this is the guy. Pardon me. That wrote Sausage Party.
That's what I'm saying. This is gonna be too raunchy, probably.
It's
Okay,
for
hang on.
for Nickelodeon.
Wasn't Seth Rogen also behind the Orville and the reboot of Cosmos?
I'm
That
actually watching the Orville.
I have no idea about that.
Orville's pretty good, actually. I like it.
That I couldn't tell you, but I mean, if you're telling me that it's appropriate for the guy that wrote Sausage Party with all of that in there, because yes, I was stupid enough and I was like, hey, yeah, I'll check it out. It's fine. And by the time I got to the part where the dude was injecting bath salts so he could dimensionally travel his mind so he could talk to a fucking hot dog, I'm like, okay, I'm done.
I think that's just Seth just telling life stories.
I would probably guess so, but yeah. So
I think I'll just stick with internet creepypastas.
Yeah, those are better.
Yeah.
I think this is gonna be a disaster. What do you all predict?
It's
gonna be a disaster.
It already is a disaster.
Well,
I'm just gonna watch Welcome to Demon School Irma. That one is a pretty decent anime. I'll go ahead and watch that one. Season 3 coming out.
So I did watch the trailer for it, and it's
for what?
It's for Seth Rogen's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The trailer is.
Does it look too like, because I would guess Nickelodeon, isn't it for ages 12 and up?
You would think so.
Imagine Zoomer aged turtles that are ninjas, and they're doing Zoomer things. Like basically the trailer that I saw was the 4 turtles on top of the roof of the building. They were doing ninja stuff. It was they had a, and I really hate saying this because Raphael is my favorite turtle. They had him holding a watermelon above his head, and of course they had the orange band and whatnot. Or not Raphael, Michelangelo. Oh. That's who I'm talking about. He says, "Hey man, this thing kind of looks like my head. Are you sure you're not going to miss?" And they're throwing the ninja stars and whatnot, and they're on their phones doing this, scrolling through TikToks or YouTubes or whatever.
So it's like
I just looked at it and I was like, you know what?
Turtles living now.
Pretty much. They also they race swapped April, so now she's a frumpy black woman.
This is
Or-
what I
Oh
don't
my
get.
God.
This is
Teenager.
what pisses me off. I don't mind if you have diverse people, but why don't you go off and make your own thing? Like, stop ripping off.
Yep. Yeah, I'm 100% agreeing with you. As a matter of
That would be like if we did it. If like a whole bunch of white people took a black sitcom, don't you think black people would say the same thing?
that's basically what Hollywood is doing. They're doing a lot of stuff. I don't like it. The people don't like it, but yet somehow they can't seem to understand to stop screwing with something that has already been implemented and been done a million times over.
Unless you market it as we reimagined and they tell you up front that that's the whole point of this new project.
You mean
Then
like
it
the
would be
Marvel's
like-
What If series?
Then I would be okay with it. You know what I mean? But I think where Jimmy's going is it sounds like nostalgia. Should be left to be nostalgia.
Please, just things were good in the 80s and 90s. I grew up with those cartoons. Please stop fucking them up. Please, I'm begging you.
I mean, you can modernize an old cartoon as we discussed, but I just don't like when you rip off.
Yeah, I mean,
To me, it
how
doesn't seem like you're very creative, and it just seems like a waste. Because if we're
Yep.
going to spend our hard-earned money, like at the movies, to see a rip-off, I mean, really?
Yep.
Pros
See,
for
and
front.
when it comes to like Scooby Doo and whatnot, of course I watched the old 60 from the 60s. Of course, that's classic cartoons, man. That's Hanna-Barbera in the heydays, the golden age. And then when like a pup named Scooby Doo came out in like the early 90s, I was like, okay, I kind of dig it. And then they started, they just kept on going. I was like, dude, stop. Just
I agree with you, Jimmy.
stop.
So,
Okay,
Jimmy, when you saw the turtles, did they at least look good?
The animation looks great. It looks fantastic. I really do kind of it's that kind of perfect balance in between, like, is it animated or is it claymation?
That sounds cool.
It looks great, but it's again, how many times do we have to have the turtles? Michael Bay fucked them up already, man. We can't put CPR to the turtles. It's done.
It's
So
dead.
what is Logan gonna do? Like, is he gonna voice any of them?
Seth is not a voice of any of the turtles that I saw. He is actually going to be Bebop. Yeah, I think he's gonna be voicing Bebop. I can't remember who all is gonna be the turtles. They do
Wait,
have.
are you talking about you mean the pig mutant dude?
I believe he's gonna be the pig dude.
Oh, that's the name.
Yeah, that's
Oh, I never
Bebop.
remember.
I can't remember the name of the other of
Wasn't there
Bebop.
Shredder?
Rocksteady.
Rocksteady, yeah,
Rocksteady.
the Rhino.
There you go. Yep.
And there was Shredder.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
you know what?
Yep.
Know what would actually be kind of humorous, but I don't think he would ever do or sign on for something that's stupid. Get Red Pill Rhino to voice Rocksteady.
That would be great.
That would
Megan
actually be
makes a good
hilarious.
point, Jimmy. Look at your chat. I guess he caught on to what we were talking to my point. He makes a fantastic point.
Let's see who's there. Talking about bacon.
Yeah, his last comment.
Yep, this one right here. Let's see. We got bacon. The goddamn bacon.
I agree with you, Bacon.
Bacon. It says, just because it was brought up, I don't care about my race, but if you're going to have a character represent one, race swapping an existing character rather than recreate one is pretty insulting. That's actually a very good one. And that reminds me of the meme. It's Ariel, the Disney Ariel.
Oh my god.
Then the remake of the Ariel. And then it's is it Cinderella, I think, because I'm pretty sure they race swapped another one. And then it says Tarzan. And then next to the panel it says, "Go ahead, Disney. I dare you."
Do it. I dare you to make it about a black kid raised by a bunch of gorillas.
But
Race
here's the
swap-
thing I want to point out. I agree with what Bacon said 100%. Okay. And I stand by my comments. But I felt, and it's not because Little Mermaid was my favorite Disney movie. I felt the way they marketed that, they made it obvious that was the point of why they made that remake of the Disney movie. Therefore, you know what you're getting when you watch that. Whereas what you were saying about like Velma and other things, you might not know ahead of time. So then it becomes people get pissed off. Oh, you're just replacing one. You know, the whole thing we just talked about. So I think it also has to do with how they market this and what the point of why they're recreating. Because just to put someone in a different role and just the color of their skin doesn't enhance humanity by any means.
Nope.
It's just,
No,
it just seems like a Republican could come and say, oh, wow, they just want to put woke in everything, woke concepts and everything. And now I'm going, maybe they're onto something. Because before I would be like, oh, no, that's just nonsense talk. Now I'm like, I think they're onto something here. And this is pissing me off. So if you're pissing me off, you're lost.
Yeah, if you're pissing sunflowers off, you're doing something really fucking wrong.
Because I don't get this. I don't get this part of society.
Yep. There's the funny thing is a lot of people are saying, oh, well, you really can't be saying those kind of things, Jimmy. Going back to, me saying anyone that harms a child, feet first into the wood chipper. They said, you can't be saying that. This is a civilized, society.
Okay.
Society is no longer civilized.
Hang on, Jimmy.
Degenerating.
Hang on.
We said his name too many times. We said it too many times.
Rhino's here.
Bacon in it.
To pimp out the Cash App $@ at JB Waffle.
It's
World.
Rhino.
It is Rhino, and of course I am in poverty yard as he would say. I can only have 6 people on at a time. So Rhino, hang.
You can go ahead and
steady.
take me out. You can take me out for a little bit, Jimmy.
Okay, Jackal. We're gonna take you out here. We got this guy with a tiny little wooden fist.
How's it going?
What's up, man?
Hey, Rhino.
What's up, man?
I figured I'd drop by. I have no idea what anybody's talking about or what this is even about, but I just got done filming with Billy. So
we're talking about casting you in a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
Right.
Okay. All right.
How'd you like to voice Rocksteady?
Get swapped out. Instead of creating a whole new setting or a whole new show with diverse characters, they're taking existing shows and putting diverse characters in. Like Velma from Scooby-Doo now is Mindy Kaling, so she's Asian. I have no problems with diversity, but stop ripping off old shows.
Yep.
Yeah, to be fair, the Ninja Turtles, for example, have race swapped April since 2012. So that's not new. I do understand where you're coming from. If they made Spawn a white guy, I'd be just as pissed off. Stop screwing around with characters. The Velma show. Oh yeah. The White House recognized the creator of that show. The White House.
We just covered that. And if you don't know, Rhino, if you weren't here for that part, if you don't know these. Oh, you weren't here.
No, I was filming with Billy. I told you. I just did a talk show with Billy. So.
So in other words, you did more deepfake bait.
No. This is actually going to be really cool. I think you guys are going to like it a lot. Got to do promotion really quick. If you haven't already, check out BillyVonBomb.com. All right, moving on.
Yep. I did my intro and I showed my pee break with my face.
You showed your pee. Weird.
The pee break. The pee break. You bastard. With my face is the Papa John's pizza guy, which
now that I've derailed him. Jimmy, where were you going before we got sidetracked?
Anyways,
We don't.
I need to ask you this question, Rhino. I'm pretty sure
No.
you haven't, but have you seen the live action remake video movie from 2009, Dragon Ball Evolution?
No, I don't really watch Dragon Ball, man. I hate to tell you, I don't
Okay,
know nothing
it's
about it.
basically if you took Dragon Ball with Twilight and crammed them together and put Akira Toriyama as the executive producer, even though he had zero input on it and the director had zero knowledge of the basis of the previous subject or content, whatnot, whatever you want to call it.
Mhm.
That movie held the record for the lowest IMDb score of all times.
Okay.
I've watched the movie. It is fucking horrendous. And as a mega Dragon Ball fan, every time I watch it, it makes me want to punch people, and mainly the people behind the scenes that were part of it. Anyways, Velma has now broken that record. Dragon Ball
It's the worst
Evolution,
show ever.
Dragon Ball Evolution had a 2.5 out of 10 stars on IMDb.
Mm.
Velma has what did I say? 1 point
One something. One.
1 point something. Yeah. And the creator of Velma was gifted the National Arts Medal, whatever the fuck you want to call it, because
You know why this was? It was all a diversity thing. Come on.
this is what is going on. Like, wokeness is completely fucking running rampant and running roughshod over everything.
No, I don't
And
think.
it's actually a funny thing that I have Sunflowers and Red Pill Rhino on the same
Hello.
exact stream, because
But seriously, no. This
it'd be
is
a
closer
good
to-
conversation between you
This
two.
is closer to.
I can't stay long, but
But this is closer to what I want to see, like representation. But this Velma thing lost me. And I was saying before you got here, if this loses me, then something's wrong with society here. Because I don't even get this. Diversity is great, but don't do diversity for diversity's sake, because then your cause gets lost. Like when they wanted more representation for like LGBTQ people, they go off and create they go off and create their own shows, like the L Word.
yeah.
That's my
Here's
point.
something. You look. Going back historically, the whole the Sandman, right? They were always progressive. They had the goth chicks. It was always kind of a progressive show. But I struggled. I watched it all, regrettably. But I struggled to find a straight couple that wasn't, in that show. That's all it was. It was like softcore gay porn. The whole show was that. That was the plot. At least that's all I saw. Maybe I'm wrong. Now it did cool practical and special effects, but like, did we need to shove several hours of everything's gay now? Why? I even know some people in that community. They're like, this is just getting stupid. They'll even tell you Gay Pride Day, like it's too gay. We
That's
don't
what I'm
want gay
saying.
Oreos.
This
We
is
don't
too
want
gay
gay
for even
Oreos. It's
me.
too much.
It sounds
This
like
is-
what I was saying, Rhino. When you
Yep.
put the
Yeah.
diversity just for the diversity's sake, it loses the point.
Mhm.
Yep. See, one of
I agree.
these days, I'm gonna have Rhino and Sunflowers on a stream. Just us three sitting here chatting, because I think
Okay.
that would be
Okay. If
just-
Rhino's up for it, I'm game.
I mean, I got to know the context as to why before I
Just
commit.
because.
All right.
well,
just because.
let's just say Sunflowers would have some standing points where she's all about that you would fully disagree with, but I would also agree with. But just a tit for tat, back and forth, nice chill
Because
chat.
we were doing
I
that
don't know.
earlier, and we could be cordial and we could hear each other out.
Fair
And
enough.
apparently, some in your community think that we should actually do this for real. I've been asked. before.
Wait, seriously? Other people have asked. Why do I never know these things?
Because it was private conversation.
Oh, okay.
Right.
And I've been asked.
Don't
would
worry,
you
we're
put
just
on a
plotting
stream?
behind your back.
That's fine. You guys do anyway. I'm fucking used to it.
Rhino, I
Are
would
we
never have part in anything like that, right?
Say that again, Crusader.
You know I would never have anything to do with anything like
Oh,
that
no.
behind your back.
No,
right?
you would.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
a
Nate,
Boy Scout.
okay.
Right. But just to give you a quick background on Sunflowers here, Rhino, she is a part of that goddamn Bacon's community, and she's great gal.
Thank you.
Of course, you know we have our differences, but you know what? Hey, we can talk.
But
about
I don't
them and
actually get upset about our differences because
Sometimes I do.
I'm the one
I
that
was
pissed you
just
off.
about to say. So
I'm the one that
sometimes
pissed
he
you off
does.
on stream. I remember that. I asked a question and you got upset.
That's who I am. I just I feel
figured.
I feel that way about something. I just pew, go off
And
the rails.
It's all good. We're all fun here. We're all friends here and whatnot.
We all get along.
We do have MGTOW Outlaw in the backstage here, but again,
hey Jimmy, since I've got to work tomorrow anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and duck out, and you can go ahead and bring on MGTOW Outlaw or bring
Alrighty.
Jackal back in.
We are
Good
getting
night, Mondo.
rid of the Mando and bringing on the Outlaw. Mando,
Caesar.
yourself. Have yourself a good night there, good sir.
Yep, you all have a good one. Stay safe. I want to
See-
see you guys next time.
See you in the next one.
Joyous.
All right.
All righty, we will bring on the Outlaw that has a very nice butt on.
I've already been hit on by Frank and Brandon Trueblood's stream, so
No,
I
what
mean-
it is that's them in a wig. Don't be fooled.
It won't happen. It won't happen here, man. Won't happen here. We know who you are. But
yeah,
Yeah.
I had to come give my boy some
I'm gonna
support,
try to
man.
be PG. I really am.
I just had to
Try.
come give my boy some support and love, reaching 100 subscribers, man. That's
There you go.
awesome.
well,
Well, this is your 100 subscriber stream, huh?
ish.
All right.
Allegedly.
Very cool.
Yeah. The other day, I did get a message a reply from a video saying, "Hey, man, I'm your 100th subscriber," and I just happened.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
You know, I brought up my phone and I looked. I was like, "All right, cool, 100. That's first hurdle cleared." And as of right now, I'm down 2 subscribers. So again, if you are here, you have been subscribed in the past, please do make sure that you are still subscribed. I'm not sure if YouTube is pulling its shenanigans again.
It is. I mean, come on.
It is what it is. You know, it's me. The topics I cover, and I occasionally have.
What the fuck are you looking at me
that
for?
guy.
Look, here's what's happened. I'm going to fill you guys in why I've disappeared and have been recluded. Oh my god, I feel honored. No, I am currently moving. Behind me, it's getting very empty in here. It's still 5 months out, but I'm getting everything into storage. Moving out of here. I also am a couple weeks into no nicotine and also no alcohol, which is why I've been drinking this way too much now. Water, by the way.
No more fun stuff for the Rhino.
So it's been an interesting couple weeks. Quitting smoking and drinking in your 20s is way easier than in your mid 30s. I will tell you that. But yeah, I did a pre-recorded show with Billy tonight. I think that's going to be pretty cool. You guys are going to like it. It's got like I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but it's got a talk show-ish type theme to it. I'll probably be back this Friday. No guarantees, but it's good to see you guys. I wanted to drop in and say hi. But yeah, it's just been an interesting couple weeks for me. Been very busy.
Hell yeah, man! Good on you, brother. Good to get out of there. We did cover a story from your area. You may or may not have heard
was it
of
the East High School?
Yes.
Yeah, that just happened. What, today?
Yep.
That was today. And then what was it yesterday that the Colorado legislature pushed through a bill that says you need to wait 3 days to buy a firearm?
I'm not gonna say coincidence, but coincidence. Okay, so for the last month, and I can't say this because certain people got sued, so I'll keep it as generic as possible. Colorado's been pushing heavy this last 2 months. New pew pew controls, right? We are on YouTube, so I'm trying my best. But yeah, they've been pushing it for 2 months. I've been seeing it in the news every day, and then all of a sudden, we start having a lot of crazy incidents again. You know, I'm not saying 2 + 2 = 4, but it sure as hell doesn't equal 7.
Well, that it sure as hell doesn't. But I've also been paying attention to stuff as well because, well, I'm on Twitter, and Twitter, fucking, you know, that's love it or hate it. It's the best place to get instant information.
It's Jimmy's narcissistic abusive relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like him dating a single mom.
Well, you're not wrong.
You're not wrong there.
Ask me how I know.
But oh fuck, where was I gonna go with this? Lost my train of thought.
That's what you
Well,
said.
this is Waffle World.
I've been serving up short stacks, and I'm 8 beers deep. I've had 3 before the stream. I'm on my 5th one. Don't judge me.
Well, you're composed, so the
I'm
8
si- I'm
beers
sip-
Did you eat?
I'm sipping
You
on-
ate. You must have eaten today.
I had a 7-piece chicken strip box from
Goddamn.
KFC, as
That'll do
well
it.
as a chicken sandwich.
So
And I
right
did-
now, the grease of the chicken is absorbing your beers.
Greasy chicken for the win. And I do have
Good
a
hangover cure too.
I do have a second chicken sandwich just in case the beer munchies hit me tonight. So,
There you go.
yeah.
Now, where were we going? Something about Colorado and incidents and stuff.
Something and incidences. Yeah.
I don't want to retread if you guys have already covered it. That'd just be
That's actually good because you're the local Coloradoan, and
Yeah,
you
it
would be
sucks.
the one. It ain't fun either.
No.
We covered some stuff going on in my state as well, so that stuff is also not very fun.
Yeah.
I'll fill you in on that one here a little bit later. But,
What's your? I don't want to put you on the spot. I'm just curious what your view count is right now, sir, because you are at your 100. So I'm assuming you've got a fuller house than normal.
According to the StreamYards, we got 9 viewers. It's been jumping
Not
around
bad.
between 9 and 15. 9, 13. So
And you get a lot of views after your live too, so that always helps.
Yep, people come, people go. Again, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, this is Waffle World. We like to talk about nonsensical stuff and go off into the weeds. And
Are you streaming on multiple platforms right now, Jimmy?
I can only stream on YouTube because I am
Goddamn
in poverty yard. That's
All
why I
right,
said.
look.
That's why I said.
Jimmy,
That's why I said.
Jimmy, what's your Cash App?
Cash App $, JB Waffle World.
Look.
I did bring it up because we did
You can
have
put it on
a
screen.
few. We did have some apologies for these because they are way fucking late. Mile High Ronin on the 2nd of March. Again, way fucking late. Apologies for these. I've been meaning to bring these up to shout out. He donated $10 to the Waffle Fund.
Hell yeah.
Mile High Ronin again for waffling funds tonight. $5. Appreciate that very much. Thank you. We have Nathan on Friday for the waffles. We had another $10 donation. Again, thank you very much for the donations for everybody.
Gentlemen,
again,
please help get him out of poverty yard.
please. Rhino is going to keep giving me shit until I am out of poverty yard and either on like I said, Rumble and MGTOW are probably going to be the 2 big ones that I want to go stream on, post
Yes.
videos and this and
I have
whatnot.
a point to that here too.
Maybe Twitch, because I do have my Twitch account attached to this. But again, poverty yard. you can only stream to one platform at one time, and you can only have 6 guests. So if we can get me to the basic upgrade, I can have, what is it, Rhino, 10 guests on and stream to unlimited,
something like that. 3 platforms for the basic.
Okay. Okay, and I think I want to go to the one above it.
I think it's 10.
Pretty sure.
The one above it is even more expensive. I think you're looking at $290 for the basic.
Okay. See,
so you're looking for like $300,
something like that. But
tree fitty.
About tree fitty. I
Where
need
you
about
at now?
tree fitty.
Where you at now?
Let's see. I am at 105, and I honestly have no problem throwing a few shekels of my own stuff there. So if I get within $100-$150, I'll cover the rest of it. And that's no big deal for me. But I need to get out of poverty yard. So
yeah,
this bastard right here.
Look, if you don't mind, I do have a tangent. Well, you have me full screen. Well, it's not really and it's a lead what you were saying here. The reason I mentioned getting you out of poverty yard, I highly recommend you and anybody else watching this that creates content, please go over to Rumble. Here's what's happened in the last few days that I haven't reported on because I've said, fuck the internet. Steven Crowder just signed a deal with Rumble. They had 2.5 million views on their first show back. I'm not sure what today's show is going to look like, but numbers are going to be great. Reason I point this out, you're going, well, that's great for Crowder. No, that's great for you. You can be monetized on Rumble as well. And the thing is with Rumble is they're not censoring everything you're saying, but bringing over Russell Brand, who did a pay-per-view comedy show over there. So that's huge. And Steven Crowder, which just flopped YouTube's viewership over to Rumble. There are more people watching him on Rumble than YouTube right now. That should tell you something. A rising tide raises all ships, right? As they were saying. If you jump on that platform now, you're taking advantage of a huge opportunity as a content creator to get your voice out there. And I know a lot of you guys, Jimmy, you in this space, you have something to say. And there are a lot of people who want to hear what you have to say. Rumble is the place to go right now. I'm going to start hedging my bets heavily on that because I think overall they care about freedom of speech. YouTube doesn't. And I think in the next few years, we're going to see Rumble take the lead. Quote me here now. I said it first here on Jimmy's Waffle World.
Yep. Yeah. Well, then again, there are times where the Rumble viewers on Pop's stream, whether it be a Tuesday or Thursday, it will overshadow those on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And that's great.
Yep.
And
I'm already seeing more views on Rumble myself.
And don't quote me on this. I will need to fact check it, but this is coming through Polska Bob, through Hammerhand, I believe is who it was on 50%. Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of 30% of YouTube taking a donation, they are now taking half.
Mm-hmm.
Half.
Damn.
Half of your donations via Super Chat.
Yeah.
On YouTube. So if you do follow any content creator, I'm not saying myself because you guys already know my Cash App. Again, thank you guys very much for supporting that and helping me push that forward so I can get off of YouTube because I don't like YouTube.
Yeah. Well, and Mile High Ronan says here, MGTOW TV is bananas. You can curse. You can do that on Rumble too. I think MGTOW and Rumble are both great. I would say both. If you lose YouTube, whatever. But having those two, that's where I would be going.
Holy shit. Edmund.
Yeah. Finally see it.
This beautiful bastard right here with the chainmail.
Yeah. There you go, buddy.
Edmund,
I haven't been around for a while, man. So there you go.
For the waffling today, nice. $100 donation.
There you
go. God damn.
That's very nice. Wow.
Heck yeah, bro.
Badass.
Word on word.
Well, I may not always be able to be around, but I mean, I wanted to support.
Bro, Thank you, man. Thank
Hell
you.
yeah.
And,
Why
and
not
again,
run through computers?
I can barely run this one laptop as it is, man.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if you want to do it the poor man way, you could do it that way. If you want to do, I mean, granted, it's like twice the editing, but like you keep it basic. I mean, it at least gets you on there if you're trying to just get on there and kind of get started.
All right. Now, I think I'll be able to handle it for a little bit while on my laptop. I mean, it's doing me pretty good. I will be getting the what is it? Adobe or whatever, probably for that. Again, that will also all donations will go, all 100% are going to be going towards this channel, building it so I can get the software, so I can do my own editing, so I don't have to rely on Billy Von Baum to drop me 3 weeks worth of content and thumbnails. Billy, again, you're a gentleman and a saint for that, man. But I did find a kind of a software. It's not a full editing software on my laptop, but I can crop portions of my streams, make those videos. So all I really need to do is just get the software for making thumbnails, and I'm good to go. So.
Those of you watching now, and this is for Jimmy, if you are subscribed here on YouTube, he has just reached 100 subscribers. That's a magic number. That number, if all of you that are subscribed here on YouTube go over to Rumble and subscribe to him over there, he can do live streams on Rumble. So if you haven't already, we need to get you up and running on Rumble and get your 100 subscribers, sir.
Looks like I need to get the Rumble portion in the works.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Well, how do we feel about Odyssey? Because I'm over there too, and so far
it's okay, I guess. I mean, I don't know like anything other than like whatever gets people off of YouTube, you know?
Yeah.
And the thing is,
after with helping Blake from Redonkulous do the streams on that and whatnot, for Odyssey to repost the streams and whatnot, it is a bit of a pain in the ass. Yeah. So that's why I'm thinking just do Rumble and MGTOW.tv and maybe DLive if I feel like it, but DLive has its issues. I like DLive, good one. MGTOW.tv, best chat on the internet.
Yes.
If you don't go over and watch Redonkulous.com on Tuesdays and Thursdays on MGTOW.tv, you are missing out because
you're messing up by the numbers.
You're fucking up by the numbers, as Pop would say.
And I will, I'll tell you from my personal experience, I've tried Odyssey, I've tried Twitch, I'm on MGTOW, I'm on Rumble, I'm on YouTube. I've hedged my bets on MGTOW and Rumble, and maybe those are personal reasons, but I feel like those are the 2 best bets. And not to mention, Odyssey does have some great content creators, but you got to understand where the traction is. You have, and you already know my feelings on this, gentleman, but you have Tim Pool and the Quartering over on MGTOW.tv as well. So you're going to start seeing some big numbers coming through both Rumble and MGTOW. So just keep that in mind when you're placing on your bets on where to do your content.
Okay.
Yep. So that's, those are the, of course, we'll keep it here on YouTube as long as possible. But we'll probably, more than likely, once get upgraded, we're going to do the PG side for about like an hour or so. And then we're going to go to the alt text side, and that's where it's going to get real good. So once I do get upgraded to out of poverty yard, as this man would say that I'm in.
I was reading the chat.
But yes, once I do get out of poverty yard, I do plan on going, getting MGTOW, Rumble, get those up and running, hitting the ground running. Yeah. Done it. This fucking bastard in his tiny little wooden fist.
I'm having a lot of fun with this fucking thing.
If you haven't caught the live, that was during all during an after show, wasn't it?
I wasn't here for the
We
after
were-
show.
No, yeah, when you were messing around with your little wooden fist.
Oh yeah.
That was an after show.
Jackal
so-
got a shot of it too. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
great. Again, another reason why you should help me jump out of poverty yard here is we do an after show, however long it lasts. We crack a lot of fucking jokes, a lot of good stuff, a lot of fun times. And normally I'm the butt of the joke, or Rhino is the butt of the joke, of course.
I'm always the fucking butt of the joke.
Oh, always. But it is good times. There will be an after show tonight. Again, not sure how long it's going to last. We are rolling up on 2 hours and 50 minutes we just crossed for this stream. So again, we'll go for probably another 10, 15 minutes of looking at the stupid pictures with words that made me chuckle. Because I was...
Yeah, I came in and derailed your whole stream. I'm sorry about that.
Hey man,
Guess you
you
returned the
didn't
favor.
you didn't
Right.
derail you didn't derail the stream. You just stepped up to the griddle, poured your own batter, and you made yourself a nice short stack of waffles.
Made a big
man.
fucking mess all over the fucking counters. And now
Hey.
you have to clean it up.
It is what it is. But the funny thing is, this was probably the meme that made me laugh the hardest today, because we don't have to imagine it. We're living in it.
Yeah.
And actually, this actually is quite fitting, because thanks to Billy Von Baum and my idea, my face I need to have him edit my face on there and say, imagine if you will. Never mind. We are living in a world run by dumb fucks. I need to make that meme I need to make that meme a thing.
That is so true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man, let's see here. And again, these actually are all I found on Facebook. Believe it or not, there is a use for Facebook still. It's not just for boomers and whatnot. It's for dumbasses like myself that have a very, very simple mind when it comes to memes. Like this one, for instance. The best safe word you can use is meatloaf. Means that I would do anything for love. But I won't do that.
I'll be right back, gentlemen.
All right.
And lady and gentlemen.
Oh, that's okay.
Like I've said in previous streams before, my brain is very, very simple. So I laugh at the stupidest shit. I can't help it. I'm sorry, man. Oh man. But
All right.
No, I was just gonna say the greatest beard of MGTOW just showed up in stream in chat. Agape, mouth agape.
Mouth Agape Ape. Hello again, good sir. Absolutely. I remember that name. But
You guys say agape?
yeah.
That's a running joke with him.
I got you.
But this is probably my favorite meme page that I have stumbled upon. It is called Burt Gummer's Subterranean Meme Stash. And if you know, you know. Where do you see yourself in 10 months? We got Rand Paul over here on the TV saying, I told you so. Got a worried individual with a few pew-pews on his bed and a nuclear bomb going off. And, of course, we got Burt Gummer himself standing in the background.
Yeah.
I seen the Burt Gummer memes. Gee, I'd seen those and I was like, okay, this is it. This is peak memeing. And I love this.
10 months. I see myself there in 10 minutes. What are you talking about?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
It's happening right
That's
now.
exactly what I was thinking. Speaking of which, do you, gentlemen and lady, have a favorite movie from the 80s that you wish you could go back and live in.
Can I talk about snuff films? Anyway.
Sure.
No.
Sure.
Go ahead.
But wanting your life to be like an 80s movie. Of course, we have the 80s romance movie, and then we have you didn't specify.
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh man.
Like I said, my mind is a simple thing, and it is amused by the simplest of things, which pictures and words are very simple. Also, if you are on social media and you have not found this page, I highly recommend, please find the effing birds, because it is, like I said, simple man amused by simple things. A picture of a bird and so many dumb fucks in the same place. Hey, that sounds like Twitter. and the government. Oh wait, did I just say that out loud? But
yes,
again, that is effing birds.
Forward this to your local FBI agent.
Hey, Carl.
I follow them. They're on Instagram.
Yep. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, effing birds. So if you need something as simple as this, just if you don't have a response to some DFR, which stands for dumb fuck retard on the internet, just copy and paste and reply with one of these. Works every time because you don't get responses after that.
Yeah, I love this. I love this page.
It is. Oh, it's so great. I love it. And I got a friend. She's in Florida. Every time she finds up a good one, she's like, "God damn it, Jimmy! I'm so glad you made me. You showed me the effing birds." It's like, well, that's my job. I know things and share memes. But I bet you guys didn't know that there was a new band that just happened to sneakily become popular. I don't know if you guys heard of them, but it's Simon and Garfunkel.
Oh God.
Oh God, no.
Oh, Billy should put your face on that, Jimmy.
Oh God, no.
Oh my God.
Oh God, no.
Turtlenecks.
In case you don't know, watch Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, and you'll get the joke.
Yeah.
Oh.
Where's put Rhino's face on that?
Put my face on Simon and Rhino's face on Ray Finkel, so he can be Rhino Finkel.
All right.
Oh man,
the fun we can have with that.
Oh man, but I hate to say this to everybody, but this one really hurt because I got fact checked the other day, and I knew for a fact this was going to happen, but I said I'm getting laid tonight. I got fact checked, and this was false information.
Oh man.
Aw.
This is just devastating.
That sucks, Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy. They'll be another time.
My first fact check, and they just had to do me dirty like that.
Oh, the agony, man.
Going back to the early 2000s.
I'm not touching this one. I'm not touching it. Billy already told you about self-deprecation, you son of a bitch. I'm not touching it. That's it. You know what? Hey, fuck you. All right. That's all you get.
I saw you
Just hold this
squirming.
here.
I saw you squirming a little bit in the background.
Just
I was like,
every time
"Come
you
on,
do
man."
this, even when I saw you post it, I'm like, son of a bitch, dude. This is why. It's self-fulfilling behavior. Is what it is. Stop it.
Self-deprecating humor for the win. Yeah.
Jeez.
No, this is all in good fun, man.
Hey, I'm just
fun.
asking the ladies that are watching this show. when you
Both
see a
of them?
man post something like that, how wet do you get?
Sahara
Man.
Desert, man.
Sahara Desert. Yeah, it just
But,
dries up and
yeah.
flies away like dust.
I don't care. It is what it is. But
As a wise
did you
man
guys?
said- Let's say, as a wise man once said, I got 99 problems.
And a bitch ain't one.
Yep.
But a blowjob would solve probably about 70 of them.
No. If you ever, never mind. I'm just gonna shut up.
With or
But,
without the dentures.
You ever dealt with leeches, Jimmy?
No.
It's just a bigger form of parasite. Same thing.
Oh man. We went from talking
So
about
fucking
memes
done.
went to talking to memes to shitting on one of my favorite human beings, man. I feel sorry. Sorry, man. But did you guys happen to see California's new visitor welcoming billboard?
Nope.
No?
No.
I have
Nope.
not.
You
Okay,
didn't?
let's see.
Oh man, the tourist attractions are the tourist industry is just going to skyrocket for California. There you go.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh,
Now tell me
Jesus.
tell me that's not just the most welcoming sign for California.
It just
It fits.
I don't even know where to begin here.
Welcome to Ladyboy City.
Oh, I was gonna make a joke, but it was going
They
to
look
be
a
very
little
racist.
thin. They look a little thin for California. I mean, they don't have beards that we can see,
No.
and they're not like 300 plus pounds.
Well, I will say this though. Moving off of California and its newest tourist industry, I distinctly remember who was it? Was it you, Rhino, that we were talking about the Titanic conspiracy? No, actually, it was. I brought this up to my
after the show.
yeah, yeah. It was an after party. So a new conspiracy has come out, and this one. If this one isn't fucking true, I will eat my left shoe. Seriously,
Okay.
come on, man.
All right.
You got your shoe on right now?
No, but I
Godzilla.
will. No, but I can go get one.
Yeah, just
Come on, man. Come
It
on.
was,
You're not telling me that's the people that were or the person that was left behind that
Not
was
buying
supposed
it.
to be on Titanic, who was a very rich individual, did not pay Godzilla to sink the ship that started the Federal Reserve in 1913, man. Come on.
not buying it.
he just wanted to see the picture of Rose naked. I mean, gosh.
She wasn't even all that hot, to be honest with you, man.
Yeah.
Jackal calls her like a 2 or something.
Pop would give it a 4.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But anyways, going back to the effing birds, this one I think really needs to just be. I need to get a hold of them so I can get their permission to use this as my like stream sticker or logo or whatever. But seriously, come on. Tell me that is not fucking perfect for me.
Yeah.
Let's get
Oh,
Indeed.
come on, man. That's perfect for me, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like that comment to the right. That's the reason they went extinct.
That is true. That
If you
is true.
squint, it kind of looks like you, Jimmy.
Yeah. Put a set of glasses on them.
There it is.
And some
Same
headphones.
creature.
Yeah. I'd see the resemblance, man. Jesus Christ. I
Put a
didn't
little-
see that at first.
A little chin strap. Beard on there.
Put a little beard on the beard.
Put a little beard on the bottom of the bill.
man.
Put some glasses, some headphones on it.
But,
There you go.
Anyways, I was scrolling through Facebook as I normally do because I have nothing better to do. I did have a memory pop up of a meme that I am. It just brings me so much joy to repost that one. But dear Joe Biden, I hate your stinking guts. You make me vomit. You're scum between my toes. Love, we the people.
That's nice. That is beautiful.
I know, right? I mean, hell, I should get a presidential fucking award for that meme alone. Hell, if they're giving them out for the fucking bitch from Velma. Jesus. So I'm not sure if you guys follow Brandon Herrera, aka the AK guy. It's a mouthful of AKs and whatnot.
Ack.
Ack. But he also does meme reviews, gun meme reviews. I can't remember what days he posts those on, but great stuff, great content, good stuff. There has been a trend from Marty Robbins. If you don't know, Marty Robbins does the trail songs where it's got the cowboy with the big iron on his hip. This one is probably one of my top 3 favorite ones. You have Gunfighter Ballads and Trail Songs, Gary Plauché.
Mm-hmm.
Don't touch my son. You get what you heckin' deserve. 180 no scope. Good parenting. One less pedo.
Yeah.
Boom headshot. No jail time. Ride or die wife. If you don't know, you're going to know. Let me back out of that and bring this down. Gary is, well, let's just say there was a very bad person. Did very bad things to Gary's son. Gary found out when said person was going to be brought to the courthouse.
The phone thing. Yeah.
Yep. I remember watching that happen.
Getting ahead of me. Gary was on the phone with his friend, and he said, "They're coming. You're going to hear a bang." Gary then takes his, I believe it was a .38 revolver.
Yep.
I believe it was a .38 revolver. He turned around and, well, let's just say he gave a permanent solution to a bad person.
Yeah.
Hence
you're missing the best part of that story. As the cops were escorting him, he's walking by. Gary, your dude's on the phone, turns around and boom, done right there with the cop standing right in earshot. Like that's crazy.
And this was all on live TV. So,
I remember it.
So, Gary, to you, good sir, you did God's work that day. One less very bad person. Here's to you, good sir.
Saving the taxpayer even more money.
Easier.
Exactly. So on that note, we will move over to Instatwat. Because that's also Instatwat, yes.
Oh, we're the creme of the best people working at.
Oh yeah. Well,
you can see all the Insta thoughts.
What are you talking about? What the hell would you find on Instagram of all things?
Oh, I find things. Good
Instagram's
sir.
awesome. What are you talking about?
I find things, good sir. Like, let me bring it up.
It's a 304 factory. That's all I'm saying.
Oh shit. Actually, you know what? Let me do another pee break here, so you can see my face
sweet.
on Johnny Avocado or whatever the fuck his name is. God damn you, Billy. I knew I should have listened to you when you said don't trust Billy. But anyways, I will be right back momentarily, and we will get into the Instagram side of the memes.
Yeah.
Papa John's Pizza. Papa John's Pizza.
Again, big shout out to Billy Von Baum. Please, if you aren't already subscribed to him, go check his channel out. BillyVonBaum.com. Anyways, I know I found it.
I see Puniti in the chat. Just have to acknowledge that.
Who?
Mile High Ronan says, fellas, brothers, Puniti.
Puniti. I am unfamiliar with what Puniti means.
Come on, man. You ever heard of greenskins?
Greenskin.
Jimmy.
I've heard of skinwalkers.
No, Undead Chronic.
Oh, okay.
You got to watch his stuff, man. He's pretty good.
I need to watch him then. So let me do a quick search here for the most choice Instagram account that I just happened to stumble upon because apparently, let's just say Brandon Herrera went to a Dan Crenshaw birthday party and the gun community and their supporters freaked the fuck out because people don't fucking think. You know what? Let me do this instead. Notifications here. Because I know where are they at? Where are they at? Son of a bitch. I knew I should have had this set up. My apologies to everybody. I need to. No, that's not it because that's why I hate them. That's why I hate about Instagram. They're fucking the story posts go away within 24 hours. I'm pretty sure. Where do I have it? No, God damn it. All right. I'm going to have to do this fucking hard way. Son of a bitch.
That's what she said.
Oh. I know. It's my apologies for this because I didn't think I'll bring these up.
Yeah. Rhino's just been avoiding me the past couple of weeks.
What? I haven't been avoiding shit. You're the co-host. I'll give you the keys to the car if you want to just do the show without me. Don't let these guys on, though. Don't let anybody else on. You got to run it solo.
Oh, come on, man.
Solo.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Like a red Solo cup.
I
Oh,
can't have
God.
Billy on?
What?
I couldn't have Billy on?
Well,
Aha.
I'm
I have-
conflicted.
I have found the page that has the memes.
Or the captain?
Oh, if you could get the captain, maybe him and Billy, just rip my
I'm not
stream
high
to
enough
shreds.
value- I'm not high enough value in the community to get the captain.
All you got to do is just message him, be like, "Hey, come on the show." I might have him on again.
Right. Alrighty. I have found the page. So if you are on Instagram, I highly suggest following this page because their memes are just choice. All right, let me bring them up here. Share screen. Boop-a-doo. And
I've already hit him with a slug, but just in case he thought I was sorry. I mean, I've already hit him with a slug, but just in case he thought I was sorry.
Meme number 1. And moving on to meme number 2. So again, this page on Instagram is mankind_against_pedos. They are, their memes just
nice.
So choice. We have the Fed boy at the front door
With a slug, but just in case he thought I was sorry. I mean,
that one may be a little too spicy for some, but
it's not that it's too spicy. I just remember getting, and put in timeout for having something like that on my stream. So that's YouTube sucks, man.
If you're not on time, if you're not being put in timeout, you're not doing things right.
Yeah,
you're fucking up by the numbers, man. But they basically reused the this video of that beautiful bastard Brandon Herrera with his very nice KSG pulling a John Wick LARP. But when the home intruder is saying, "Please take me to the hospital, I have a family."
I mean, I've already hit him with a slug, but just in case he thought I was sorry.
Let's see, 1 slug, he let 2 loose. So
when you value my possessions more than your life, that would also be a very good caption for that meme.
Well, they don't have very much, so they have to take from what you have, so that way they can have. And you should just be like not racist and generous with your belongings.
I just saw this comment from It's Kong. Who is sex and why are they offended? Oh, I just laugh at that.
Depending on
one.
how he loaded that, if he let 1 go and then 2 more after it, he should have 12 left. Don't ask how I know that.
Allegedly.
But
the KSG, even though those dudes over at Caltech, what in the hell are they fucking snorting, man? But the KSG, I would very much like to have myself one of those. But moving on to meme number 4, Vintage Warfare, when he finds out the guy who made the Krylogger. That one went over my head because I'm sure that one's more gun oriented. This one, when you meet someone who likes to take their child to gay pride events. that one may ruffle the feathers of sunflowers, but hey, we're just here having fun.
No, I'm good. Thanks.
Okay, we're just making sure, just so you're not getting all too,
I'm not
just so you don't get too pissed.
Okay.
Let's see. This one, when you find the moderator who lets accounts with CP stay up, but takes down accounts that express conservative values.
Yep.
And this last one, this one was where I know I've given the chef's kiss to this, multiple times. So big shout out to these guys. But POV, you're witnessing the cure for pedophilia.
All right.
Nice.
I approve.
I second that. But
Yep.
yeah. Again, this is mankind_against_pedos, and they just have some great stuff. Like I mentioned, Brandon Herrera went to Dan Crenshaw's birthday party. It is what it is. He's a free man. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. I don't care. Still going to support the guy. Good dude. But you have a Soy Jack over here. No, you can't go to Crenshaw's birthday party. That means you're a traitor and a sellout.
Oh, God.
So you're telling me you intend to win the fight for our Second Amendment rights without having conversations with people in power and ostracizing anyone who doesn't even who does even one thing that you don't like. And of course, he's got the. I love it that he put him in the Russian Reebok or Adidas jumper with the gold chain.
Yeah,
that's too funny. And you got one with Donut, you beautiful, beautiful bastard. No homo. Of course, we have Soy Jack. Why don't you ever call out bad police? You're just another state smooth liquor. Wee. I literally call out corruption and bad police work whenever I see it. Yes, he does. And he does a very good job with his shooting breakdowns, whether it be lawful but awful or complete overstepping of justice and whatnot. You know, Donut's a good dude. You know, he's a former Navy dude, former police officer. Hell, he adopted a stray kitten while on duty. And that's how he got internet famous. So big shout out to Donut. Love Donut. And then, of course, you know, the talking balaclava or administrative results, as he said. He also does gun reviews and whatnot. Soy Jack, no, you can't LARP in the uniform of World War II Germans. That means you're a Nazi. I've literally LARPed as the IDF as well. And the IDF is the Israeli Defense Force. If you're not, I'm pretty sure that's what it stands for.
Yes.
Okay. So, but yeah, if you aren't subscribed to Administrative Results, Donut Operator, or Brandon Herrera, I highly suggest you guys check those guys out because Brandon, that crazy, crazy bastard, is on version 3 of his AK version chambered in 50 BMG.
Oh, God.
It is. Go back and watch his videos on it, and it is. He was
Why
like,
would you want an AK chambered in 50 cal? And can I get this?
Right.
It's not readily available for the market, but
you think
his version 2 does cycle 10 rounds. It's it is from the regular Barrett the Barrett magazines, but it is completely AK at the top. And I've followed that story and the engineering and all of the work that goes into it. I'm like, that guy is. You want to talk about evil geniuses? Brandon Herrera is making an AK-50 or an AK-47 chambered in 50 BMG.
That is a game changer when you're trying to
disintegrate people.
No, nothing at all. Nothing to see here. I didn't say anything at all. I saw nothing. I heard nothing. We were talking about something, right?
Yeah,
I don't remember. You know,
I think we'll go through this last meme thread here from again mankind _against _pedos on Instagram. I think we will call it a night, going for 3 hours and 23 minutes. That's about average is how long Waffle World usually lasts. But the man himself, ladies, sorry, you'll be lucky to get about 23 seconds.
Including foreplay.
Right.
I
saw that little look at. I saw that little look.
Why?
Come on, man. Self-deprecating humor, man. Self-deprecating humor, alcohol, and memes. That's how I cope with myself, man. Don't judge me.
And Walt Disney.
I suck. Welcome.
Anyways, the This is also a good one. A home intruder getting past my locks and alarm system. Me standing there in nothing but my underwear and a pair of NVGs with a semi-auto shotgun loaded with explosive slugs. Aim for the legs.
Center mass, man. What are you thinking?
Iraq veteran 8888 actually put out a very spicy tweet. It was not centered towards anyone or anything at that may or may not be involved in 3-letter agencies or your basic home intruder, whatever. He said, to paraphrase, use buckshot and aim for the growing. In other words, shoot him in the dick.
I like it.
I'll get the job done.
I mean, yeah, buckshot or armored plates will stop buckshot, but you don't see too many people with the dick plate. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, if I'm going to go out, I'm going to shoot somebody in the dick.
someone's getting shot in the dick. Anyways, moving on. Says a girl attempting to flirt with me. This one kind of hit personally.
Here it comes.
Me being socially awkward and oblivious as fuck.
Aw, that's sad.
Like I said, self-deprecating humor and booze and memes. That's how I cope with myself.
That's pretty much me in my life.
It's
right there.
It is what it is. It's funnier than hell. I laugh. I'm a simple man. We have Instagram removing people for wrong think. A community coming together to collectively mass report problems to IG so they reinstate accounts that wrongfully get removed. I actually have been a part of the of a community hoping to reinstate someone that was wrongfully removed. And let's just say if Elon Musk thought the bot problem was bad on Twitter, oh boy, Instagram is about 300 times worse.
Really?
It's horrible.
I've never had problems on Instagram. I find it to be one of the nicest social media sites ever.
Well, let's just say you're not
owned by Facebook.
Yeah.
I know Facebook isn't all that. I know that.
Yeah, let's just say sunflowers. In my case, as a single straight man, I do appreciate gawking at women online. Of course, am I going to simp for them? Maybe.
Nope.
No, I'm kidding.
Better not.
I'm kidding.
Hey,
no, of course not.
Yourself.
Jimmy, that's why we have the cash app for you, so you can simp for them.
I had to make that joke just to break this guy. Just for this. Just for that guy.
Oh, Jesus,
that was just for that joke.
You're killing
but
me. I'm talking about Sims on fucking the stream with you and Pop, and here you are. Fucking Christ. Oh.
It's a joke, man. Hey,
I Russian mail order bride things.
I can't help it, man. It's in my biology. I see a good-looking woman in a bikini, I'm gonna hit like and just keep on scrolling.
Okay, nothing wrong with that.
But the thing is, the algorithm picks up on that one single like, and it sends
deny them your attention.
It sends that to the bots and whatnot. The block list on my Instagram is would reach from here to the moon and back. Just because I know they're bots, I know they're fake accounts. I'm not going to follow them, of course not. So you should be proud of me for that little instant, Rhino. But again, in the end, I am a man. I like looking at women that look good. So, like it or not, I'm gonna hit like on it. But, anyways, the no guns allowed sign. Me carrying 2 guns inside just to spite the libs. Well, you got to have a backup for your back. Got to have a backup, and you got to have a backup for your backup. So.
Right. Well, Jimmy, look at the bright side. At least if she were to do the PEG-D stacking test, hers would probably go around the moon and back a couple of times.
Oh, she would definitely need a spacesuit.
Oh,
for that stack for that
leave the
for that
Milky Way.
platform. Yeah.
She'd leave the Milky Way.
Alrighty. We're going to go to the last meme here, and then we're going to call it for the night. There will be an after show here going on, so hopefully we will have everybody here in the panel join in. If you are part of the 5 people still watching here, thank you very much for sticking around for my shenanigans and my stupidity.
Be right back.
Oh, got Rhino. Uh-oh. Someone needs their polydent fixed. And I know he has his headphones on. And I know he heard that joke.
Yeah, no. What's happening is a single fucking mother with 4 fucking kids above me at 10:29 at night making noise so loud you guys can hear it on the live stream. I'm getting fucking pissed. Anyway, stand by.
Oh, fun times. I'm gonna be glad when that guy be glad when he finally gets out of that fucking place. Alrighty, last meme of the night, ladies and gents. We have a schmexual predator looking online for children to abuse. Me posing as a child and then meeting them and recording and exposing them. If it were up to me, I would be recording them with a camera on a certain thing that goes bang, bang, pew, pew, and submitting the evidence to the police saying, hey, this was justified.
What I would do.
Allegedly, of course, I would never do such a thing because that, killing people is horrible. No matter what they do, that's a horrible thing. I would never do such a thing.
Never do such a thing. But I do remember a Viking ritual that's called the Bloody Eagle that would be highly appropriate for such a situation. Not that I condone anything, but
we don't condone violence at all on the stream.
No, violence is bad.
But if it were to happen to certain people that are 100% guilty of doing said thing, we would understand.
I'm just saying that somebody like that exposed to the public in this current political climate, they will more than likely get a job in the executive branch. Just saying.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Or be somehow magically promoted to general of the army. And
right. Allegedly. Maybe.
But anyways, that is where we're going to call it for the night. I appreciate Crusader Nate, Edmund, Red Pill Rhino for coming in, especially to you, Sunflowers. Very much appreciated. I love the conversations.
No problem.
I hope to have you on many, many more streams to come.
All right.
Yep, you are the welcome mat is always open. Again, the link for the StreamYard link for the chat. So whenever you want to join in, will always be pinned at the top of the comments section. So if you feel like coming in saying, hey, Jimmy, you're just a drunken idiot, you don't know shit, and then leave, hey, that's cool.
All right.
Please do that.
I'm down for that.
Please do that. Again, like, comment, subscribe. Again, make sure that you are subscribed because YouTube may or may not be pulling some shenanigans of bot subs and whatnot. So if we can, get me back up to the 100 subscriber mark. We'll do another 100 subscriber celebration stream for real this time. Again, Cash App, $ JB Waffle World. Please help me get out of poverty tube so I am no longer restricted by the rules of YouTube. We will be going over to Rumble and MGTOW.tv where freedom of speech is actually appreciated. And we will be having a lot more spicy content and spicier topics of subjects or whatever, or we'll just be hanging out and talking shit. I'll be drinking. That guy will be hydrating himself with some water.
Picked a terrible time to quit drinking. I'll just tell you that.
Terrible time, man. Terrible. That's okay. I'm drinking for you, man. I'm drinking for you.
You'd be dead.
I'm still here, man. I'm
saying
here.
If you were drinking for me and you both, we'd need to have you have your stomach pumped at this point. So
fun times. Anyways. All right. I appreciate everybody that showed up tonight. The chat, the panel. Again, I appreciate you guys very much. To everybody that donated tonight to the Cash App. Edmund, to you. You know, again, I don't have the thing up, but I will do the "we're not worthy" bow to you, good sir. So
I appreciate
thank you very much to that. Again, if you guys do like this content, or if you just a drunken idiot like myself that likes to talk shit, speak truths, and share memes, like, subscribe, Cash App, $, JB Waffle World, if you feel like throwing a few shekels my way. And on that note, I think we will call it a night. I appreciate y'all. I will see you guys tomorrow night during the Redonkulous stream, which I have no idea what we're going to be talking about, but it is going to be good times. All right. All righty. Have yourself a good night, everybody. I will talk to you when I talk to you.